Don't be a nigga.
Nah. Alright, man. What it is DJ Foil. I'm the channel back in a whole new episode, and we're here with some of the most talented people, some of the most good people. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all. Like we ain't like we just met or nothing like that. I ain't finna just, you feel me? But it's like these some good people for real, you know what I'm saying? And we talking about Felva Jones, the Joneses, Antwone, Sierra. First of all, what y'all like to introduce yourself like as like?
My name is Sierra, but I like to be called Cici.
Okay.
My name is Antwone. You can call me Black Scooter.
Yeah.
But you can just call me AJ or Antwone.
Okay. And so this is another married young black couple. Y'all got married early, right? Y'all like, yeah, around what age did y'all get married?
I was 21.
And I was 22.
22?
23.
23.
Yes.
So y'all like 2 years up?
Yeah, he's 2 years older than me.
Oh, same with us.
That's the age we got married.
Yeah, that's crazy. And so like, how has it been so far though? Like, just y'all whole journey?
Ooh.
Roller coaster, ups and downs.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's worth it in the end, but it definitely has its ups and downs. And I feel like people don't talk about the stages where you feel like you fall out of love with each other. And I say that because it's kind of like when different seasons of your life stuff happen, it's easier to pull apart than grow closer.
Okay, appreciate it, yeah.
I cannot.
But you gonna look out for a nigga, you feel me?
But yeah, they don't talk about those stages, and I think that, you know, during those times, it's easier to pull apart when you need to be pulling closer because you're so busy focused on like your emotions, yourself, and stuff like that. And that's why I think when people say, you know, the wedding is the show, but the marriage is really like hard work, and that is something I feel like people take lightly, and you shouldn't. And again, you won't know until you go through it.
Right. Damn, you know, yeah, that's a mouthful right there. You know what I'm saying? So before we even get started though, like, how y'all feeling today?
I'm feeling good.
Good, bro. I'm gonna work tomorrow.
Yeah. For I know Tom's watching anime and everything. You real big in the anime like that?
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
love Naruto. I love what's some other one? I like My Hero Academy.
Yeah.
There's some other ones that I like, but I just can't think of the name of them.
Yeah.
But I love Naruto.
Real big on it. But you ain't into it, you say?
Not at all.
Yeah, so that compare and contrast.
I can't get jiggy with it.
Yeah.
Be more of a love and hip hop.
That is not true. I have not watched that show in 6 years.
We gonna get to the deep. We gonna get to the root of it. We gonna get. We gonna get.
What's that one show? Chad. That Loving Chad, or
I don't even know what you're talking about, baby.
you know, they had the necklace.
He talking about One More Chance.
Yeah, One More Chance.
One More
I
Chance.
ain't watched that either in a minute, but yeah, that was my show.
Damn.
I like stuff like reality TV. I do. Depends on what it is.
Depends on what it is, but like mainly like drama. Do you like drama? Like,
So yeah, like certain stuff, like cattiness. Like yeah, I mean, if you ain't in drama, I guess I can get it on TV. But other than that, I don't really watch stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm more of a family business. And,
okay.
you know, family business is not drama.
It is drama.
You gotta watch family business.
My wife here, you know what I'm saying? What's up with you, Lex?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Nah, but you like anime too, though, huh?
Yeah.
What you watch?
Naruto, Cowboy Bebop, Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like that's the one you on? Yeah.
That shit.
Yeah, I try to watch anime, but I don't know. Maybe I gotta give it a couple more chances. I just don't like sometimes when it's like too drawn on. You know what I'm saying? And like if it's into a fighting scene and they just like stuck in one pose and then you see the you know what I'm saying? Like, but the special effects. But I don't know. One day probably. You know what I'm saying?
You like Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter.
Yeah.
He likes the culture. Like when we went to DreamCon, the convention in Texas, he was more like, because he always associated anime with like the nerdy people. So when we went to DreamCon, he realized that there was people like him that actually watch anime.
Yeah, I just didn't know a lot of black people that was just into it like that.
Yeah.
Naruto. The reason why I like Naruto, because he got a beast inside of us. Like life.
Yeah.
We all got this beast. it can either make us stronger and we can do evil,
Yeah.
or it can make us stronger and do good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like Naruto, he always had the will, will to never give up. So you keep that same like motto, and in your life to never give up in some situations, you can always prepare for it. So that's why I like Naruto. And like the village liked him because of the beast, but everybody grew up to love him.
Yeah.
Put in the training, save a couple people. So it's just like life.
Yeah. So it'd be like real life issues that every show deal with, but people just box it in because they see the word anime.
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel that.
I'm one of them people.
See, you gotta have an open mind. You can't be like, you got like every anime tell a story.
Yeah.
You got, can give you some powerful life lessons if you just pay attention to them. So that's why I like them. There's just certain animes.
Yeah, I feel that. Nah, yeah though. My wife got actually, so she's got some questions that we gonna pull up. We kind of want to do everything on the fly though, just on some discussion type stuff.
Okay.
But I do come prepared though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So just to let y'all know. But nah though, you whenever you ready, you know this DJ I do off the top. Are you ready? But nah though. So real quick, I just wanted to ask y'all. I asked y'all how y'all was doing, right? But I also wanted to like touch a little deep into Sierra and Antwone, right? And I wanted to see exactly y'all mindset on everything that that's been going on in y'all life. You feel me? And so, real quick, we just got from church, and Antwone, you preached. I know. I don't want to start off with that, but we got to because it was a great thing. And since you got the mic, kind of explain like exactly like how it was going into that.
The process of it?
Yeah.
So at first they pulled me out to the side and it was like, hey, do you want to be in the play?
Mm-hmm.
So at first I was supposed to be this drug addict pimp. So I was preparing for that role and they told me, no, you're going to be a preacher.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because growing up in church, everybody's gonna be like, oh, bro, you're going to be a preacher when you grow up. But I'm like, nah, bro, like that ain't me.
Yeah.
If God tell me that I'm a preacher, then I'll be a preacher.
Yeah.
But the process of it, like when I found out about it, I already had like a message together.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, I see what a preacher go through. Like, just trying to prepare the word, trying to make it clear, and then also trying to talk to seasoned people. So when I say seasoned people, that's older people. Then I'm trying to speak to my young people. Like,
Yeah.
So it was hard. It was tough. I got some advice from my wife. I was like, cause about the blunt, cause about the weed. I was like, it's just how many ex-smokers we have in the house. I was scared to say that because I was thinking like, damn, if I say this, these seasoned people, they gonna say something like, they gonna be like, why, where he going with this? But it all made sense, and I just had to make it clear. So it was a tough challenge, and I liked it. Like it was pretty fun, like cause I'm always like a life coach anyway. Like I be trying to give people advice anywhere that I go.
Yeah.
So it was like nerve wracking at first, but at the same time, I'm glad that I made my message clear during the whole process. But
yeah, like you did your thing, bro. We do go to church together, and so like, do you think you'll be able to do something like that? I know you kind of like do something like that already, as far as just the motivation that you bring to TikTok. But do you think you'll be able to get on that pulpit?
Honestly, I'm not really sure because I like talking. It's easy for you to talk behind a camera, but at the same time, like you said, when you're in front of people, it is nerve wracking. And I remember like last year during Mother's Day, I did a speech and I was on the pulpit then. And when I went up there, I was like, at first I wasn't that nervous, but I did have like butterflies hit my stomach. I'm like, I'm ready to really say this. Even though my speech was literally 3 minutes long. It is when you actually get up there and people looking at you and it's like all types of faces, all different expressions and stuff. It's really nerve-wracking. So like going forward, I would say I've always wanted to be a motivational speaker. I do want to do that. I like to talk. So I feel like that is something that I'm good at, and I like empowering people, especially women. I really do. So that is something that I feel like, you know, and like that's my calling, that's my gift. I've always been like, oh God, what is my gift? What's my talent? Because, you know, people have talents and stuff, but literally just being transparent, I been literally going, I'm 25 now, but like for the past 10 years, I'm trying to figure out what is my talent, what is my gift. Damn. And I did not know. And that really bothered me because it kind of, you know, like when I was pregnant and I was home, not working or whatever during the pregnancy, I literally felt like I got all this time on my hand. I should be really doing something to be walking in my calling, walking in my life purpose, but I did not know what it was. So I felt like I was like a mental and daily battle I was fighting every day. I'm looking like I could be doing this. And my mom was like, see, start your business and that. But I've always said too, whatever I do, I want to have a passion behind it. You can start several businesses, but if you ain't got no passion behind it, it's not going to flourish. Just to be having a business to say you got one and you ain't put no work to keep it going. It's, you know, so I just want, whatever I do, I want it to be my passion. And I feel like it's your passion, it's your calling when you can do it whether you get paid or not. And I realized for me, motivational speaking is something that I love to do. And even in my darkest times, like majority of those videos, like you mentioned on TikTok, majority of those videos, I was going through postpartum bad. But people in the world wouldn't see that. So I talked about some of the postpartum and stuff like that. But a lot of my videos, when I first started with me uplifting and encouraging women and stuff, I was literally in a dark place. So I think, and honestly, and I always said too, like, you know, I'm talking to myself in those videos because I was encouraging myself when I'm trying to encourage other people. So I do feel like that is my calling, that is my niche, and I would love to go further with it. And I didn't think I was making an impact at first. And at one point I had stopped, like, because I was going into the postpartum and the darker phase, and I just basically was like, didn't want to do nothing, was barely on social media. And I want to say I was out and I went to the mall or whatever with my family. And it was 2 days in a row, though, that I seen people that I know them and they don't like to talk, but I ain't seen them like in years. And the first day they told me, she's like, oh my God, like, babe, I really love your TikTok. I look forward to it in the morning when I get up and see your video. I'm like, oh, okay, you know, I needed that because I was in a dark place at the time and I had stopped thinking that I ain't really making a difference out here. But then the next day when I went to the mall, I seen somebody else and she was like, what have you been doing? Like, I've been waiting on your videos. I ain't seen you in almost 2 weeks. So that kind of gave me the confirmation, like, you know what, let me just keep going because obviously it's beneficial and people really is hearing me. Regardless if I feel like, you know, my views or whatever may not be reflecting that or my likes or whatever, but it's really people out here that is impacted by what I'm saying. So that's where I kept
Antwone, about that, what she said is as far as the postpartum depression, and I know she spoke on it a little bit, but we're gonna get into it. But I just want to know, how did you feel like hearing everything that she been going through? Like, did you know beforehand, or was that your first time hearing it?
I knew what she was going through, but at the same time, the only thing I can do is try to encourage her, try to be there for her. But that is a mental battle that she's facing.
Right.
And some things, like in pregnancy, like, as a man, it's so much you can do because the woman is carrying the child. She's dealing with all these emotions. We can't carry a child. We're not going to feel the emotions. Like, so we cannot relate. The only thing we can do is just try to support and be like, go to God and pray for them. But it's like a battle when you're going to feel like she all alone. And it's like, I felt helpless at a point in time, but at the same time, I know my wife is strong. And God got her covered. So I just got to keep praying and just hope that she overcome it, which she did. But it took a little minute. She had to reach out, do her own little stuff like working out, go play tennis, do little things that can help her mind and help her grow and get out of the darkness. Right. Because we all gonna face battles. Like, you can have a spouse that tell you, hey, you need to do this and this and this, but we still got our own choices. Like, when we not around our spouse, like when she at work, when she somewhere and I'm not around, I just gotta hold my encouraging words when she in that dark place, like shed some light on her. Real talk. So, that's the only thing.
Nah, yeah, man, I feel that. And just, you know, with our story is similar, you know what I'm saying, with the depression stuff. That's some real stuff right there, you know what I'm saying. Just being with Lex, you know what I'm saying, and everything she done been through in her life. as far as depression, I feel exactly what you're saying. Like, cause it's like, as a husband, as a boyfriend, it's like, all right, you want to be there for as much as you can, but at the same time, they got to get over that themselves. As far as it's a mental thing, you feel me?
Yeah, it's kind of like when you in a marriage. This might sound like this the only way that I can. It's just like parenting. Like it's just like your mom and dad. Your mom and dad can tell you so much stuff. At the end of the day, you gotta make your own choice. This is your life.
Yeah.
You feel me? You gonna remember the stuff that they taught you, but you still might. For example, my mom told me, "Oh, you shouldn't be smoking weed or anything."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Okay, mom, you don't know. You never smoked weed about it. I mean, on weed before. You don't know what you're talking about." So I tried it. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
But one time I had a bad experience because I smoked some bad weed. But I already knew that. That was my choice. Like, you feel me? But at the same time, it's hard to explain. Like, it just, the only thing you can do is just try to be there. Like, words can't, you can try to say the right thing and try to express yourself to your mate, but it's, at the end of the day, it's up to them.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you can do, like, I don't know how to explain it, bro. Like, it's hard, it's tough. Like,
Yeah.
and I say, bro, you just gotta keep praying and just ask God to share, like, give you the tools and the resources and the mindset to overcome it. Because at the same time, you can't show no weakness when she's going through it. You gotta stay strong.
Yeah.
And that'll help her to encourage her to, pull herself out of darkness. But
Right.
shit tough.
Sierra, how you feeling right now as far as the postpartum depression?
I feel like I have came a very long way. Do I still have like moments where yes, but I feel like I'm at a place where I'm recognizing it, acknowledging it, and it's like I'm not allowing myself to go there.
Okay.
So do I want to be like 100% like I'm over it? No, I'm not gonna lie and say I am. But 75% of me is past that. So like I said, and I think my biggest struggle right now that I'm dealing with is me being hard on myself about my weight. And it's something where it's like, you already dealing with, the postpartum, and then it's like, not saying that I gained so much weight from my baby, but it's like, I was already bigger before the baby, but I lost weight and I gained it all back, majority of it back. And then it's like, just when you're in like a depression, for me, I'm more of an emotional eater. And then with me having like polycystic ovarian syndrome, it's nothing for me to gain weight like that. So it's kind of like you're dealing with, I don't want to be like it's double the effect, but that's how it feels for me. It's like I could try something and it may work for others, but it don't always work for me because of my situation in a sense. And the type of hormone condition, whatever it is, it's like it may affect her differently as opposed to affect me. And like I said, it's a mind thing. It is. It really is. But I would say like right now, I'm at a place to where I can say I'm acknowledging it, I'm realizing it, and I want to not allow myself to go in that space.
So like, by you being currently pregnant, how do like you feel about the postpartum depression? Like, do you feel like you kind of nervous because you already like spend your whole life in and out of depression, or you feel a little bit more better because you got information from like Sierra and people that help you like go through it like that?
I don't really, not that I'm like worried about it, but because of already like experiencing it and learning myself through myself, is I've found ways to like get myself out of that. I've found ways to recognize when I get there, and I know ways of, like, for me, one of the ways that when I was younger to get out of it was reading poems and quotes. So I know that I know my triggers, and then I know ways that will continue to motivate me to keep moving forward. So I think it's, once you get past that point, it's easier for you to recognize the pinpoints of stuff, and then okay, this is what was helping before, let me continue to try that and you just, sometimes that may not work again. So you just kind of find things that will continue to motivate you, whether it's like painting or taking walks, stuff like that. Like you just, it's hard to find what helps you, but as long as you continue to look for things that help,
Right.
it's like, it gets, not that it gets easier, but it gets easier to find ways to help yourself.
Talk, I feel that.
So let me double back on that because I got a better example. Because what I said about the parent, it kind of makes sense, but it don't. But because I'm vegan, and she was vegan to herself, but she went back. But that's the same thing. Like she got the choices. Like I be telling her, hey, babe, you should eat this and this because I noticed when you eat this type of food, this affect your mindset in the way that you like the stuff that you do. And it puts you in a depressing state. So, and I can give her the information, but it's up to her to do it. Like, you feel me? So I just want to double back on that because that's a more of a live example in our lives that to deal with like the postpartum and depression, like with your spouse. It's like you can give them the tools and all the information, but at the end of the day, it's up to them to apply it. So
that's good, man. That's good. That's what's up that y'all even on that type of mindset. A lot of people be, don't really have any sort of answer at all when it comes to that kind of stuff. So that's good to hear about that. I was gonna wait for this. part,
right.
but I feel like in my spirit I'm supposed to be talking about this right now. So, like I said, we go to the same church, right? Without saying names, respect to all, because that's all our family. That's our family church. But can I ask y'all, did y'all ever feel like a comparison between our relationships in the church?
What you mean?
Like, she want a baby. All right. Matter of fact, let's get a baby too. She go get pregnant. All right. Matter of fact, you get in prep too. Like it's your moment. Always get stolen a little bit.
No, hold on. So that's great. That's great. That's a great question because I also was dealing with this in church. Not with y'all situation. It's just basically I pay my tithes, but people be like receive checks in the mail, and I'm like, bro, when is my time? But you see, I can't. If that's a message from God, it's just like the traffic, right? We drive every day and we know to stay in our lane, right? So when the light turn red or green, we know that's a signal. Red means stop. The wait patiently, green mean go. So that's the same thing with God. God gonna give us signs like, okay, this is the season when you stop. This is the season that you go. But at the end of the day, you got to stay in your lane. The reason why you stay in the game, in your lane, so you won't crash with other Christians. Like, you feel me? So who am I to say, okay, she pregnant and we just had a baby? No, that's y'all. Like, that's the lane that God put y'all in. But he put y'all in there for a reason, so we can flow together. So there's some stuff that we gonna learn from you and some stuff that you gonna learn from us. So we just got to keep with the flow of God and don't worry about merging into each other lanes and crashing out. Like, you feel me? So that's a great question.
People put out there.
Yeah.
And I do like that question because I would never say I feel like our perceptions of it was probably the same, but in different situations.
Okay.
So like when you gave an example, like, oh, well, they got pregnant, now let's give you a baby. It's, I wasn't more so, I didn't feel like it was like that at first with y'all in that situation. But there was a moments before where, like, when it came to rough patches and stuff, like, like when it's like, oh, you know what, y'all young, we been there, y'all gonna go through this and da-da-da-da-da. And then it's like, it was a moment in time where one time it was kind of like oh, y'all gonna get past encouraging words, da-da-da-da-da. But then behind it came, well, kind of like my husband was going through this because you not doing this XYZ in the church. And if you get my drift, it's kind of like to me, it's like, well, dang. He, like you said, he paying his tithes, he doing this, he doing that.
Yeah.
But to say that he kind of going through this because he not doing XYZ, and technically we're both young and we all could be going through the same thing, just different situations, something similar. But because you do this in the church and he don't, that's why he going through that. If it makes sense.
I feel you. And that's when God told me about the traffic lights.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, taken aback. But then also too, it was times where I'm not gonna say like with y'all, but like when, like for instance, when my sister had got married.
Yeah.
My sister had got married. They were like a year dating at the time when they got married, but he proposed early. So because me and my husband was living together at the time, yeah, we were shacking, whatever they want to call it. It was, oh, y'all need to get married too. I'm like, no, that's not the time for us.
Church?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
from the church. It was like, oh, y'all need to get married too. And at the time, me and him was what, 6 months? Only 6 months dating.
Yeah, 6.
7 going on 7 months.
Almost a year.
It was almost, probably a little over 6 months. It was almost a year. But at the same time, it was like, granted, I understand we living together, but at the same time, looking like, you know a person once you live with them, in a sense. Mm-hmm. Not saying that's the right way, because that's not the way God intended for it. But, you learning the person at the time, like, because my sister got married, don't mean that I need her to get married. Like, we're not there yet. Mm-hmm. We know what we're dealing with at home behind closed doors. Like, we're not there yet. So it was a lot of, like, the moment she got married, I felt they tried to, like, rush me down the aisle. Mm-hmm. And then they didn't know, but, like, Antwone had already had, like, an engagement ring and stuff for me. Mm-hmm. And it was like, I think he told somebody in the church that he did get it. And they was like 5 people, like after service, just kept like pressuring him. Like he told him how he planned to propose to me, and they kind of like talked him out of it and was like, oh no, you should do it like this. But as soon as you do it, she'll love it. And it's like peer pressuring, Yeah. And it kind of take the fun out of what you initially wanted to do. But just to go back to like some of the questions, like far as like between us, I've never felt like it was like a comparison, like, oh, y'all did this, so we need to do this. I do feel like in some moments there were like, oh, like I said, we all go through stuff. But it was kind of, I felt like in some moments it was more encouraging. How can I put it? Because I don't want to be like it was encouraging more so on y'all side. It was like, it's kind of like a, We'll get y'all get through it. Yeah. But then with us, it's like always a, well, y'all got to do this, and da 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 da. And honestly, I'm gonna be transparent. Like since I've been in that church long as we done been there, I've always felt like it's not even somebody just with me. I'm talking about in general. I've always felt like certain people get different treatment.
Yeah.
And I've learned that, and I've gotten older, and I'm just like, at the end of the day, I'm going there to get fed.
Yeah.
And that is the reason why I genuinely felt like I probably never left the church.
That's real.
And yeah.
Sometimes that's a test to see where's your faith at with God. Because when people is around you and you at your stoplight and you seeing everybody passing you and you just at your stoplight, and everybody just cruising, doing 50, doing 100. You just stuck at the stoplight, but it's what you do when you wait. Like it's somewhere in the Bible. I don't know the scripture or anything, but it says those who wait will sprout wings like eagles. Mm-hmm. But in your waiting season, if I just be here complaining, when it's time for me to actually go, I'm not prepared. I'm not going to be prepared for the spiritual war when God released me. So when you waiting, that's your time to prepare your mindset, prepare physically, do stuff that while you waiting, like you getting stronger spiritually or physically. Like, and I'm glad some stuff happened in the church because it taught me valuable lessons. Mm-hmm. Like I can't get envy or I can't be jealous because that's my flesh. It's like your flesh got a tendency of like, bro, you doing all this for the church. You play, you do this, you encourage people. Your time's still not here. You struggling, your account negatives and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, that's a spiritual battle that I have to face. And I'm just seeking God through it. Like, you feel me? And it's going to be like, it's like Job, basically, bro. Like, sometimes, bro, you're going to have them Job moments and you're going to be like, bro, bump God, bro. I'm going to get this on my own. But once you doubt God, I feel like that's when you miss out on your blessings. But once you just keep your faith and stay faithful and stay spiritually grounded during your rough patches, you can help other couples, you can help other people because you've been through it and you know your emotion. You can be you can actually be real. You don't have to be like, oh, bro, you go to this verse in the Bible. No, you can just express your emotions behind it. Then once you get done expressing your emotion, then you can get them scripture because you've been through the season and you teaching this person how to fish now. You ain't trying to catch the fish for them. That's
real good answers. Real good answers. And I mentioned it because it was times where I know, because we used to do like little double days, right? Mm-hmm. And then there was times I was like, you know what? Let's kick back. Let's fall back. I know y'all seen like, it was times where we didn't hang out like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of went on a decline, you know what I'm saying? But I had talked to my mom. I was like, dang, bro, I just be feeling like bad because it's like, dang, every time, you know, I know this is really what C want, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, he'll, hey Lex, how about y'all getting into y'all? You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like make it a joint thing when it was just you, it was your prayer, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, she was praying for it too, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, you know, like you said, like everybody had their own time. I mean, it could have been our time to do it like that, but it just, I didn't want to take from what y'all really want. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. And honest, oh, go ahead, babe.
You're not taking from anything. Yeah. Like that's just like all right, we homeboys, right? You get $1 million. I know you're gonna share because I know your intentions. Like I know that you got a pure spirit. I know you're not gonna do anything flawed. So why would I be envy of that?
I'm glad you said that. And I was gonna say, like, back to your point with the whole comparison thing, people would put stuff on a person. Like, and I feel like I'm the kind of people like, well, if I know a person, I know their heart, I'm not gonna take it personal. Like, it's just like somebody can come up and be like, oh, your stuff look better than theirs. Da, 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 da. They put that out there. I didn't put that out there. So it's kind of like they can say that this and the third, but at the end of the day, if I know your heart, you know your intentions, I'm not going to let what they say interfere the bond or whatever it is between us, because at the end of the day, it's like what they say don't matter. I just know what we stand on and what's real. Right. So when it comes to, like, say, to the church, like even down to the prayer, I went up there and prayed for a house.
Yeah, we ain't want no baby.
And we ain't want no baby. No, you gonna put it like we didn't want no. At that moment, yeah, at that moment. No baby. But the thing is, the one time that I went up there, and when mom, I think Mama Tara, but I know Miss Ella done put hands on my stomach, and he was like, "Oh, we were just talking about that." And I was praying for it at the time because I was dealing with the PCOS. I was basically saying like I want to get it under control and get my hormone stuff together, so that way when that time come, but I couldn't even physically complete my sentence. Yeah. That's when he was like, oh, we was just talking about that, and ran with it. And then I want to say 4 weeks later, I was pregnant. So, I was like, the church prayers, they real, they were strong. Yeah. So I can't second that. I was like, I understand what you're saying, and I get that or whatever. And also too, with the whole group of like, oh, y'all young, we all been there, this and that. Now, it's been times where I felt like, and this just be me. Let's say even if y'all wasn't going through something at the time, and then let's say if we wasn't going through something at the time, y'all could have been or we could have been, but to be grouping us in there, like putting it out there, I don't like that either. Because it's like, if I'm not going through that right now, oh, I know times is hard and y'all got pension dollar here. Maybe I ain't pension at this moment. You see what I'm saying? So don't group us in there and put us like, we, and vice versa. Yeah. If y'all ain't pension at the moment, and we probably is, and it's real. We have seasons where we are, and it's just like, and then we throwing y'all in a bunch like, oh, y'all, I know it's hard, this and that. That's kind of like putting it out there. I ain't trying to put my struggles off on y'all either. Yeah. So I do understand that whole grouping and all of that. And I feel like they say the power of the tongue is real. And I feel like sometimes we have to be mindful of what we say and how we say it too. So in that, I understand what you're saying on that. Now, like I said, I've never felt like, oh, they compare like we're supposed to be here and this and this and there. But like I said that moment before, I have felt like the whole, oh, you going through this one time, that particular day, I didn't care for that. Because I don't know if y'all remember that day or not, but I didn't really, you remember, I really didn't care for that day because I was just kind of like, and I think also too was more so because of how it was like said publicly. And in the moment I was just like, and I had a guest that was there that day and it was like, so, and then I'm like, I ain't no happy feel that way. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, but But yeah.
And how you felt about that? You know what I'm saying? Just being on the other end of, you know what I'm saying? That
of the spectrum.
yeah.
I mean, I didn't really feel it until it was like you had brought it to my attention. But like afterwards, like when you said it, I was like, well, I hope it don't feel like that way because I didn't feel that way. So I was like, well, I hope it's not being interpreted any type of way. So I was like, like I didn't want it, like I didn't want the conversation to be brought to y'all because I was like, well, if we're the only ones feeling that way, I don't want you to put it in y'all head. And so then now it's like this whole thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let's just try to like we'll figure it out. Like we can think about this ourselves, but I don't want to bring it to y'all and make this whole what we think it could be nothing, make it into something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm glad y'all did get those answers because y'all got a very mature mindset, of course, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, for y'all to be like, you know what, still come to church because I want to get fed, you know what I'm saying? Still, like, that's big of y'all, you know what I'm saying? And I respect that 100%, you know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, like, I was having talks with my mama because, I didn't talk to y'all about it, so I ain't know. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to, like I said, the church, my uncle and all that stuff, pastor and everything. I want to say pastor, but pastor and everything. But I know he kind of takes stuff and run with it.
Yeah.
And it kind of be like, that's why we kind of be like us being quiet, that be strategically planned. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't tell nobody nothing unless, like, sometimes we'll talk to y'all or something like. But because we know, like, dang, certain times they don't even let you say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not just him, but just people in the church because they're so rude. Oh no, we believe in the God. No, just hit me out real quick.
Yeah, hit me out first.
Hit me out first. This is something y'all what's going on for real. You get what I'm saying?
And I get you because it's like I remember when I got engaged. I don't even got passed on social media, and then I had to make a whole announcement come Sunday, like, "Oh, I heard you got some good news." He said across the pulpit, and I'm like,
yeah, like I understand that you be excited, but let somebody else, like, let the source tell you. And I see that, and communication is important. Like, sometimes, like, if you feel like you should have just came to us, bro. Like, talk to us or have a sit down talk. Like, hey man, how y'all feel about since we got pregnant? I was like, bro,
I was happy.
Yeah, that never came across my mind.
Even before that.
Yeah, he said even before that.
Yeah, like, no, none of that stuff ever come across our minds. Like, we don't think like that, and we don't when it's somebody else, Sean.
And one thing about me, and I cut you off, babe.
No, you good.
One thing about me is that I believe everybody is supposed to. And that's why I know I'm big on people like birthdays and like good stuff happening. I'm big on it, and I believe let people have their moments. Because I ain't gonna lie, that's the quickest way to piss me off. If it's your birthday and your cousin or friend or whoever,
I hate that. I'm
gonna tell you, hey, your friend need to chill out. Because I feel like let people have their moments, let them have their time, they shine. If they want to act like it's all about them today, they can do that because it's their day.
Yeah.
And I've always been like that. Like, I just feel like people, because at the end of the day, when it's their day, they gonna want the same respect. Right. So it's like, when it's your moment and it's for you, can't nobody stop that. And that's this God playing, this God's playing. That's why, like, when I found out y'all had a baby, I was really excited. And I was like, dang, she held on to that. But the crazy thing is, like, when I got pregnant outside of the church, in our family, nobody knew. Like, I was 7 months pregnant. Yeah. Day before the baby shower, I posted my picture.
Yeah.
And I see people in public all the time, they didn't even know I was pregnant.
Yeah.
So it was like, and also too, because with me having a miscarriage in the past, you just never know who I had pregnant down. Like, I didn't want to put nothing out there. I really wanted to get past a certain state. So, and I felt like even still, when I found out I was pregnant, and I think about it now, I felt like I was kind of obligated to tell the church in a sense because of
they prayed
and and this and that. Yeah. So I felt like I had to tell them.
Yeah, that's what my mom was saying. But we gonna get into that. You said, "Ooh, what you was?"
No. It's to like give a parable or something like that, bro. It's just like in the NBA, it's a lot of greats in the NBA, but it's gonna be that one moment when that player score 50, and you see like KD, LeBron, they be talking so highly about Stephen Curry, but at the end of the day, they still be playing against each other. Right. So that's just like our life, bro. It's gonna be some moments where you score 50, you gonna win the NBA championship, but my time coming, I just gotta cheer you on and look at my life and look at what I need to get stronger in. So it's like so I can compete like compete trying to be better than you, but just compete like with God, like so like it's a kind of like, okay, Antwone praying harder, he going to church, so let me see what I can do. Let me pray harder, let me go to church. Like it motivates or it inspires each other.
It turns to inspiration. Like after a while, when you grow in a certain area, all that enviness just turn into inspiration and motivation. Like, oh, I see what they doing, let me get hard and get serious and do X, Y, Z.
Yeah, because maybe you reading your Bible more than me, and
that's another one too. Yeah.
And if I have a conversation with you, bro, like, bro, every day, bro, you be like, every day, bro, I read my Bible. This is what I read. When you taking notes, I'm like, dang, I read my Bible sometimes. So let me go harder at reading my Bible. So it's your mindset, and it's how you got to be willing to take the constructive criticism when God give it to you. You can't be like, oh, bro, God, I'm doing this. Maybe you ain't doing it hard enough. Maybe you giving God 5% when you supposed to be giving him.
That's real.
100%. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, that's exactly how we is. You know what I'm saying? As far as just cheering on others. And I expected nonetheless for y'all. I knew y'all was like that, but at the same time, I know just being a human being, and every time y'all get mentioned or something, it seems like, all right, DJ and Lex, let's make them on board.
Yeah.
But you see, it's like growing up in the hood, or you always got that one friend. You'll tell them, hey, bro, man, I just got all C's on my report card. Just an example. Bro, I just got all B's. Oh, what's that one?
It's like that. It's like trying to one up every time.
I can't say his name because we on camera. That one dude, you know what I'm talking about.
Always trying to up.
Yeah.
You be people like that.
You'll tell him the story. Oh, my son. Yeah. He just went to school for da. He doing da. But I'm talking to my peeps about what I just accomplished. You an outsider, bro. You just walk in the door. You just heard my story. Now you want to try to up me and get the praise from my people. Like, you feel me? Like, that's, so like, you feel
that's
like,
bizarre.
Like so that's why I can't. That's why I don't get mad, because
I understand what you're saying. I mean, at the end of the day, as a human being, that flesh, you be like, all right, like
I'm doing.
After a while, you like, all right, please, just quit. And honestly, I'm at a place, like I said, go and get fed. Like, I love everybody. I've been there all my life now. I've been there since I was 6. You know, like, it's. When I see people for who they are, like, at the end of the day, I know it's nothing but love, and intentions are good. They mean well. But as I've gotten grown and gotten older, I'm like, some stuff just ain't gonna change. I realize this is who people are. So it's kind of like, I'm just gonna do my part. Get in, get fed, and get out at the same time. And it's been time, like, growing up, when I thought I was gonna end up leaving the church. I did. And I was like, when you grow up in the church and you see so much growing up all your life, whether it involved you or not, it's like you don't want to keep nothing changed with certain people. It's like, I don't want to keep dealing with that. I don't want to be, I want to go somewhere where I don't know nobody. And every church got drama, every church got their flaws, every church ain't perfect, but it's like, I'd rather go in and get out while I don't know nobody.
Right. That's a fact.
I've been gotten like that. I have moments that I've contemplated, like, dang, should I make this move? Should I not? But the only reason why I never really physically left is because I like the word we get there. I like the foundation. I love the way Pastor preach, and I love the way your dad preach. Like, it makes me, like, it pulls you in, like, I want to stay. And also, I feel like the word and teaching we get, like, you don't find that too often. You don't find that nowhere. And I have not found a church for me to be like, oh yeah, all right, I'm finna.
Yeah, because they always talking about, like, money. Like, and people think, oh, why your church keep on talking about money? But at the end of the day,
it's actually making a difference in their life. Like, it's like the word, he ain't just talking about something and it ain't happening. Like, if people actually adhere to the word you get in, like I said, being steadfast and staying faithful and trusting God, stuff is really happening. Like, I can truly say everybody in our church, like, good things have happened to them based off of the word. So it ain't like he just Peter pop off and put it out there with water.
That's how the word perceive it, bro. You see these dope boys, bro, they be bragging about
money and
like money. Oh, bro, they spreading and everything. So why I can't spread my money that God just gave me? I'm serving God. Why I can't brag about this Mercedes or this Charger that God finna give me? Like why I can't brag about God? Like, you feel me? These drug dealers and other people that's not going to church or not serving God, they bragging all the time.
Yeah.
So when we gonna start bragging about the things that God did? Why we always got to keep that silent? Like, you feel me? That's how I look at it.
Y'all really own that, man. It's so refreshing, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, like, nigga don't look at y'all and be like, oh, this just them at church. We know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, But I have to ask, just allude to my other question. Why do y'all think we leave church at a certain age? Like, when we grow up, like, you know what?
Because of what I just said.
What you just said, and people, seasoned people, they keep it like a religion when it's supposed to be a relationship. It's just like taking a shower. Where you take a shower to get clean.
Yeah.
I go to God to get clean. He the only one that can clean me. You can't clean me. So stop worrying about my life. It's a relationship with God. At the end of the day, when I die, he gonna be like, come to me, my faithful servant.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? And I have to seek his face. It don't say seek DJ face. It don't say seek my wife's face if you know she my wife.
Yeah.
It says seek God. Like, you feel me? So it's a relationship.
Yeah.
Not no don't go religion. And that's why young people leave the church.
Yeah.
That is, and then also they seeing a one way in and one way out. And a lot of the church hurt. That is a thing, but like a lot of the people like I've talked to that been in different churches and stuff like that, they don't want to. The thing is, they rather get online and look at church opposed to entering a building because they be trying to say Christians are basically hypocrites and do it one way in and one way out. They pick and choose what part of the Bible they want to adhere to. Because listen. My thing is, you clubbing, you ain't got a relationship with God. You stealing, you doing this and you ain't doing that. But your grandma that's going to church faithful every Sunday, she usher on the usher board, but she's screwing the next door neighbor man and it's okay. You see what I'm saying? Like, they pick and choose.
Yeah.
Your sin bigger than theirs and this and that. Like, and that's not the way to be. They're very judgmental. And I've ran across Christians that's like that, but it's like we don't have room to judge nobody.
Yeah. And see, that's another thing for these seasoned people, like, you feel me? You know, they always be like, in the Bible it says honor your mother and father, but the next scripture down it says do not provoke your children to anger. But they don't never talk about that though. You see, people take some stuff from the Bible and try to throw it at you. But if you go read the word for yourself and get some understanding, you'll see that they'll be trying to use it, try to manipulate you, so they can control you, like, low key.
Yeah.
But once you get an understanding of it, you'll just brush that stuff off. But that's the main thing. Like, people always, my mom, she used to always say that. And we had some relationship when she provoked me to anger. And people say, why you dishonoring your mama and everything like that? I was like, bro, she doing this to me, like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Then when I start reading the word for myself, and I start realizing, like, because I got kids now. I got a 1-year-old and a 6-year-old. I cannot provoke them to anger. If I provoke them, they going to dishonor me and say some disrespectful stuff to me because I'm provoking them. And that's scripture, like, you feel me? So I'm glad that I went through that because it taught me a lesson on how I felt and the things that I did. So now I know not to provoke my kids so they won't react. So
I feel that. And tell me whenever you want to like input, you know what I'm saying? But all right, so that's the church part of it. I want to say something, not say something, but let's go to a different topic. How y'all feel about double dating? Because I mentioned that, how we used to double date.
Oh,
how y'all feel about it?
I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
But I just hate going with party poopers. Like the ones that you'll spend all this money on something.
Oh, you petty.
Or you spend all this money on something, then somebody will catch an attitude, or this person can catch an attitude. Now you didn't waste your money because they ready to go. Like that hurt my nerves.
Yeah, I'm all for double dating. Like, I think it's fun because I generally want more couple friends. Like, I really do. Whether it's family or whoever, I want more people to be around that's married. My biggest key, I think, is more so like I just want everybody to get along. Because at the end of the day, you can't force something. If y'all just don't click, y'all don't click. You can't force something if y'all personalities just don't match. But like you said too, like, we done been with people. Where it's like, or people that we know that we would we probably could go with them, but it wouldn't really be because it's kind of like once they spouse or whoever get upset, now they ready to go. And the thing is, they don't get upset with us, they get upset with each other, and now the whole
thing
mood ruined. Yeah. And it's like, all right, now we out money and then wasted money. Yeah. That we could have just went by stuff on a nice little date or something. Let's say, yeah.
I'm speaking from experience right now.
Yeah, bro, we encountered that.
I'm telling you, I'm the type of person, bro. I'm gonna tell you what's going on in my life, so I can help you. I ain't finna be one of these trying to quote scriptures or trying to make everything sound good, bro. Like this is stuff that I'm dealing with now. Like
marriage be hard.
Yeah. What'd you think, Double D? Did you like it? Did you love it? All right.
I like it. I just think, like, for me personally, because of like how I am, like I'm quiet and like talking to people. So like I be feeling bad in my head because like I'd be like, well, I don't want them to feel like I'm not enjoying it, like I don't like them because like I am, but it's just hard for me to like get that.
Yeah, you be trying to see. You be trying to fit in so you can say like you ain't trying to say the wrong thing and be weird or be awkward, but if you just come out that shell, who knows? Like you may say some real stuff to somebody, like, but you just got to come out that shell. But it's hard when you never did it before. Like you feel me? But
will you do a double date again?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we need to do that escape room.
Yeah.
We need to do that escape room.
Y'all do a double date again?
Yeah. Yeah, with y'all, especially.
We ain't had no problems with y'all.
Yeah.
I just take it. Sorry. So look, right. I know y'all already basically answered it, but as far as I want to dig a little bit deeper, y'all gotta loosen up, right? Dig a little deep, bro. This DJ right here.
I was screaming. I thought we did. I thought we was digging deep.
Y'all did.
Okay. But, no surface answers, babe. How what you say?
So it don't be like no competition on stuff, not with us, but just in y'all own little encounters with double dating. Y'all don't deal with that kind of stuff.
Honestly, no. I mean, we have a particular couple of that. We just rather not to do anything with them, but I can say like one thing about it. I can say like discernment is a gift.
Yes,
and I can sense like BS. Like I can sense foolery, and I feel like I be saying sometimes I be like, I thank God for my personality. I feel like I got like my mom and dad because sometimes I can have like that straightforward to my mom, but I have that benefit of the doubt from my dad where I be like trying to teeter-tot, and that's why I be like, no, they know, like, but it's kind of like recently I was talking about somebody and I was saying, I'm like, I'm genuinely having a conversation and it's like this person is low-key trying to one up, and I ain't thinking it's like that until somebody else pointed it out, and I'm like, oh, I thought she was being genuine, but the whole time because they know that person more than me. They like, nah, that's just how she is, or that's just how he is, or whatever case may be. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I feel like, that is something that I'm like, I feel like in that particular case with them particular people, like, yes, it do be, and I'd rather deal with from a distance.
Yeah. And you'll meet some couples. Just be saying stuff just to say stuff like don't do that.
We don't have no problems. We don't go through this. We don't go through that. Like we just go to God in prayer and we be fine.
Yeah, but you don't
like let's be real.
Like you don't have to fake it to kick it with us, bro. Just be yourself.
That's one thing my daddy has always said. You ain't got a lot of kick it.
Yeah.
Just be who you is. Like, and I'm always like, what you see is what you get. Now, granted, we all got flaws. Nobody perfect or whatever, but
damn sure not perfect.
You ain't gonna fake the phone with me, cause one thing about it, that truth gonna always circle back around, and come out some kind of way.
Yeah, real talk. Now, as far as like just having a couple friends, right? Do y'all allow each other, or how to respect for each other to hang with that couple when it's like your partner not around? Like, say if you hang with the opposite sex of that couple, like you with that guy, he with that girl, are y'all cool with that?
It all depends on the person.
Okay.
I don't mind.
I was gonna say, so like I ain't gonna even hold you, and it's just being real. I done had people say like I'm a little too lenient in my marriage. And when I say that, I'm saying as in like, and I was on somebody else's podcast saying this kind of similar situation. Like it was, for example, like one time we went to a wedding and we sitting down, but you know, you sitting down all that around, everybody sitting at the table at reception. And when Antwone looked up, she's like, oh, hey. Like, oh, how you doing? He's like, hey, what's up? You know, like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
So I didn't say nothing. I mean, so then when I think as time went on, everybody at the table was like, girl, you good. Like, cause they asked a question about me and him. Like, you know, they're like, yeah, cute couple. They're like, you good. It was like, I had the fact that you ain't jealous. They was like, because when she spoke, like, she should have been speaking to you too. And da-da-da-da-da. Well, me personally, I didn't find it that deep. And I understand they like, oh, you know, he'll speak to the wife. Now, he would have been skinning and grinning and being like, oh, hey, da-da-da-da. But he didn't give me that. He was like, hey, how you doing? And looked the other direction. Like, he wasn't even really into the conversation that much. Yeah. So to me, it was like no big deal for me to be like, oh, you introducing me? Like, she know I'm your wife. She know, because I mean, at the same time, she kind of like gave me like a little smirk. But it wasn't, to me, it wasn't that deep. Like I said, had he been skinning and grinning, I'd be like, okay, well, you know, but it wasn't that serious. And I just feel like stuff like that to me is following the lines of insecurity a little bit too. Okay. Because I get some stuff is out of respect, but it's like, don't make an issue that's not there. Yeah. And for me to, and also tell me about time and place, I do not like making scenes in places. Like, and so I'd have been like, oh, well, she ain't speaking to me. Like, that's just ignorant to me. I'm not like that. And as far as how opposite sex goes, it's like, I know some people be like, you know, oh, you shouldn't be calling people mans and this and that. I just feel like, and it's just me, like, if I call you like a godbrother to me. If I called your phone and Lex was to get mad, I would be like, what? And that's just me. Because I just feel like, that's my godbrother. Like, I'm not looking at him like that. Like, why are you upset because I'm calling his phone? Yeah. But some people feel like, oh, that's the opposite. You supposed to go through my wife. Like, I just look at it. I think it's the titles too. Like, come on. Like, I had recently with my uncle. Like, his wife questioned me about why I called my uncle phone. Yeah. Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? You see what I'm saying? Like, are you serious? Yeah. So it's kind of like, that's bizarre. That is bizarre to me. That's crazy.
But I just look at it as when people question you, they probably just dealing with some stuff, like some insecurity, like she said, or there's a root. Mm-hmm. They never discover like a root to their problems. Yeah. Maybe it's your childhood. Maybe your mom or dad never gave you no validation. And that's probably the reason why you want the attention. I just look at it.
Or maybe they got together because they was creeping with one another. And then you scared the same way you got them, you going to lose them.
Yeah. So you be fun with that. Like, you was good. How, like, when she started talking to you at the wedding, how you felt? Like, you was just like,
I didn't even know her. I just be like, hey, I just spoke because
she spoke. You did know her.
Did I?
You're from the park. You said you know her from, you on the Rex.
Oh, yeah. you talking about because we went to several weddings. Yeah. You talking about
oh girl, yeah.
No, that's a camp, bro. She ain't camp, bro. This lady way older than me. She know.
She just like
she used to open up the gym for me.
But you remember what they were saying at the table? Like,
this lady, bro. She I used to play ball at Barkley Park every Saturday, like Monday through Friday and Saturday. It used to be Trader and some other Harbordale people, bro. Yeah. We just go in there and play ball. And she used to always crack jokes and do everything. Nah, bro. She cool people. So cool, man. Yeah, bro. She knew me. Yeah, I'm not at 15, and she didn't see me, so she was like, she saw me at 15. Now she see me now. Yeah. Of course she gonna speak and be like, hey, I ain't see you. La la la. Yeah.
But he was like, that's nothing. Antwone be like. When people come out, he be kind of like, not say looking at me trying to see how I'm gonna react, but he kind of be like, hey, like not trying to really do too much. Yeah. And crazy thing is, I'm not even like that. I've never been the type to be
beat them up.
Nah. I'm not like that. You know what I always say?
None of that.
I'm not beefing with nobody. Because first of all, I just feel like this. Yeah. At the end of the day, my loyalty is with my nigga. Mm. So I'm not finna come to you and be like, oh, you talking to my nigga. Like, I'm not doing that. First of all, my loyalty is with him. Yeah. My problem gonna be with him. I'm gonna come beat up on him first before I come to your door. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I'm not finna be doing that. That's crazy to me. That's bizarre. Right. Cause females be crazy. They out here checking the female, but yeah, your nigga over here with his feet propped up. And he the one that caused all this havoc. No, ma'am. Sorry, that's foolery.
Well, that's pretty good at that too. Like, what you think? Like, you pretty good at that, but just share what you gotta share.
I mean, I don't really like I mean, unless like I feel this issue, but like, I mean, I don't let you, but like you go dancing with the girls all the time, and it just be all session and everything, and I never really feel any type of way about it because I'm like, I know your intentions. I know, like, I trust you. Like, so, like, I don't feel like I need to be worrying, like, checking the phone, making sure you good, none of that. So, like, as long as, like, the only person I got to worry about is you, and I know your heart, I know you're good, so it's just the other person. And I'm like, I know, since I know you, that ain't gonna, nothing gonna expire from that. So it's like, I'm cool on that. And I don't know. It has never been an issue for me because, like, I know that I got trust.
Yeah, you know who you're dealing with. Yeah, your mate.
That's good.
I gotta get better at that. I do, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, she way better with
You jealous?
Yeah.
But
jealous.
But that's a regular flesh thing. Like, but some people fall short in there. Some people are strong in there.
Antwone, are you jealous?
No.
Let's talk about it.
No, I'm not jealous.
Well, I don't say he jealous, but Antwone be quick to say, like, he'll be like, Cici, you got niggas. And I be like, what? Like, what? Right? He'll be like, if we was to break up, like, boy got married, he's always say, if we was to break up or if we got a divorce day tomorrow, them niggas be beating down your inbox.
That's what I mean by that. I don't know if it's true or not. It's just the story she used to tell me. You know.
I wouldn't tell you. No, first of all.
Leading up to it, all them,
all right.
You know what you did. Well, just leading up to it. So I'm like, they probably already in your cone, like, you feel me? Like,
just throw it out there.
Just doing those cuss
Let's see.
And it would be stories I told him. We could be talking about my brothers or cousins, somebody like that, and then he'd be like, I didn't know about that. Yeah. And they be telling, like, I'm like, it don't matter. None of that stuff matter no more.
Like, damn, I ain't know those.
It don't matter no more.
Damn, I want to be a little angel with me.
Damn, so like some of those like stories, so it's be stories, right?
Yeah, it's just be stories.
Okay, so that don't mess with your mom? Like, I ain't trying to start.
No. Yeah.
In the beginning, it did because I was comparing.
Okay.
Based off stories. Yeah. But it's just like with this prime example with when you just brought up with the whole church thing. Yeah. I was comparing and I let that get to me because she wasn't doing the things that in the stories. Like, you feel me? Yeah. So I was like, damn. And it's also a thing with every relationship that I get in. Shit, motherfucker be doing, man, damn, let me wash my mouth. But people, it's like you want to be unsanctified with everybody else, but soon you get with me,
he would be like, you want to be you freaking with everybody else, but then you want to be boring with me.
Yeah,
that's basically like he would say females.
You want to be a starfish.
Yeah, what she would say. Yeah, you being a starfish. Yeah, he would say that, and he would, because he was like females like he dealt with or whatever. He was like. I get females for they be doing everything about when they was getting with me. And I'm like, well, dang, you feel that way about me too? Like when he was saying that, I'm like, well, dang, you throwing me in that category too? Like, you thinking talking about me?
Yeah, here sneaking and geeking.
See, I think y'all been in more relationships than we have. And so y'all probably got more, you know what I'm saying, trust type of, you know what I'm saying, under y'all belt.
Trust?
No, it's not trust. I've been in I've been in some toxic relationship. I've been in some like with dating older women.
Cougars.
What, cougars?
50? Let's go to one.
No, baby, dating two cougars.
Come on now.
At the same time. This Mac boy Twine. Yeah, y'all don't know.
I Say stuff. She forgot.
Nah, but it's just that whole experience. It taught me something. Like with soul ties, like you gotta be careful with who you like having sex with these days. I didn't like understand that because when somebody have like anger or something, I'm high off life, but I just had sex with this person. Now I'm feeling like I'll be
carrying their emotions,
just chilling. Now I'm carrying their emotions, and like she already got her own emotion. And what if the next nigga that had sex with her? Now, if he just be like, bro, I finna just get her, like, I finna just drill like, oh, I finna just slut her out, like, you feel me? That emotion gonna be inside of her, but we don't look at it as that. Like, sex is like, bro, it's like an energy transformation. You can be tired after sex. You can get hungry after sex. You can be depressed after sex. You can be happy after sex. Bro, that junk is energy transforming. Like you can transfer energy through that, bro. And them soul ties, them real, bro. Them real. So,
yeah, that's what's up.
I mean, you gotta be careful who you sleep with, bro.
Yeah. I see. One girl before Lex, and I don't even think that count, cause you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
with the
count.
jacket on. Jacket count?
Yeah, that count.
But I'm saying like
that's
three, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pumps. That's it.
Yeah.
It count. Still a body.
Yeah,
still a body.
That still count.
It count Lex.
Yeah.
Yeah, that still count.
All right, so just her and Lex. I mean,
One.
You know what I'm saying?
That's nice.
That's good.
That's beautiful.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, we not as experienced, you know what I'm saying, as y'all may be. I'm not putting on
like, you know, I just said it a little. Y'all experienced. Baby hoes, man. I'm messing with you.
No, I'm saying y'all know what y'all talking about way more than we could ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real talk. Yeah,
but you see, it's man, I'm still learning life, but at the same time, the stuff that I've been through as a kid, it helped me in my adult life. And being raised by a single mom, that helped me a lot too, because it taught me how to taught me how to be a man at an early age, how to survive, like not with money, but survive mentally in this world. Like just feeling like, dang, nobody loved me. But people do love me. I'm just not using my resources. I'm just not reaching out. Or I'm not communicating.
Yeah.
But when you come from a household where people don't even say I love you, or people don't even
say good morning.
Say good morning. You just think like, okay, that's the norm. So when I wake up, I ain't saying that. Like,
when I got with him,
like good morning, I love you. Like I show love from my actions. Like I don't have to say good morning or
I used to be like good morning, and I'm like good morning. You don't even be talking to you, kind of thing. And he was like, I'm not used to saying that. So that's another thing too. That's another topic though, because it's kind of like childhood traumas and growing up with different backgrounds is really a big thing. Like I come from a 2-parent household. He don't come from that, and it's not like it's a problem, but it's like certain stuff that I encountered in my household that I probably lacked or whatever case may be, and he probably had it in his household that I didn't have, and vice versa, stuff that I probably had in my household that he didn't have, and it's like now we bringing up to get together our norms, and we're clashing, and it's like at the same time too though, I realize, and it's just overall relationships period, I just feel like whether it's a friendship or whatever, you only gonna grow up until what you feel like is your norm, and what you may present to you, you know, this and that. And when I say that, I'm saying as in, I said this before. It's kind of like I'm even watching myself with the whole like treat somebody how you may want to be treated, and love them how you may love yourself. I don't agree with that no more. As I got older, and hit me out when I say that, because your definition of love may not be the definition of love that I feel like I need or require or what I'm accustomed to.
Yeah.
That's real.
Because everybody show love differently, and what you brought, the way your love was presented to you growing up, was probably different for me. And I don't need you loving me the same way you feel like it's normal to you. And I'm like, you know, as I got older, I'm like, you know, people, you know, we all have flaws. And I even said this recently in our women's workshop where I told, like, this is just me. I struggle with. I didn't so much think it was kind of like I'm like being too harsh on people, but I think it comes from a period of me being that person that's always give people the benefit of the doubt. And even though I'm very outspoken, I speak up. But when it comes to people like I've grown, like put close to me, like a friend or whoever, and I call you my friend, sister, whoever case may be, I literally treat that person as if they was like one of the twins or one of my actual sisters. Yeah. So when they do foul stuff to me, it's kind of like that's it. You done. Like you're one and done. And sometimes at first it took a while for me to get like that, because before it was kind of like I would make an excuse for that person's behavior because I don't want to believe that they really did this. So now I'm kind of like just tolerating whatever. They done been showed me signs 7 years ago, but I'm still putting up with you because it's like I'll call you my sister and I love you, but that's not fair to me.
Right.
That's neglecting myself. And now that basically when something big done happened, it really hit the fan. And now I'm going off for 7 years worth of trauma that you done did. That's not good. That's just toxic. That's just not good at all. Yeah. So now I'm at a place where, because I done dealt with that for so long with numerous people, the one time somebody do something, you show me you flaw, you fake, you phony, that's it. And for me, I don't care if that's my cousin, auntie, mama, sister, and that's sad. Because my mama I told mama before, I'm like, my auntie say something to me, case maybe I'm like, Mom, I'm done. I don't want. I'm cool on her. But that's still your auntie. I don't care. Yeah. And for me, I'm like, that's not a good way to have that mindset. It don't matter. Like I said, I hold everybody in the same category. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like you tell me, oh, that's your auntie. She was my auntie too when she did what she did. Mm. So I feel like it's not fair to me because of, that's who it is, Yeah. And I realized, and I said as Women Excellence, it was like, I don't want to be that harsh, but I want to start setting boundaries because it's kind of like they could have had a bad day that day. Yeah. I'm like, they just flawed, they fake it, they phony. What if they had a phony moment? I don't believe in phony moments. I think that's your character. Mm. And when you show me that, it's just like,
no, that ain't true.
But I know.
I got a story. You remember you remember Big C, right?
Yeah.
He was the realest nigga I ever met, bro. When I needed something, he was there, played ball together, mm-hmm. But he was going through a little situation where it put him in a predicament where he was homeless. Mm-hmm. So I already know his character and stuff. One day I'm leaving my house, he was staying with me, and I guess he called me, but I was at work or doing something. This man ended up like kicking breaking my glass door and stuff. So I was like, so look, check this out. I was not mad about it because I knew the situation that he was going through. I know that's not his character, but situations that you go through, it make you do crazy things. Yeah. And that taught me a valuable lesson. I just wanted to talk to him. And one day, like, he was dodging me and everything. And I was like, bro, I understood, bro, like, why you did that. But at the same time, bro, I have to pay for this now, bro. It's like I put him out to the side and I was angry at first, but I already went through that as a child. Like my mom one day, I used to always play basketball, and I used to, I come home red eyes and stuff. She used to say that I smoke weed, but one day it's like 1 o'clock. I'm knocking on the door. She not letting me in. I'm knocking on my sister's window. She won't let me in. Yeah. So I'm sleeping outside now, like right in my backyard on the ground while it's cold. So an hour go by, I felt something crawling on me, bro. I just woke up with like so much rage, bro. So I just kicked the door down. So when I kicked the door down, my grandma pulled up and I stand up with my grandma. So I had so much resentment against my family, against everybody. But that's when God, I used to have dreams and I used to have like visions of my mom, like the stories she used to tell me, she was giving up at birth. None of her family members didn't love her. She basically raised herself. She taught herself how to drive. So I'm thinking about that and I'm looking at my life. I was like, dang, so if I put myself in her shoes, she's young, she trying to raise some kids and she never had the love that she needed. Yeah. I can't fault her for that. And especially in this growing up in a black family or black culture, you can't express yourself. Like you try to say something or you tell your parents that they're doing something wrong, you talking back. Mm-hmm. Like you feel me? So she had to deal with that, and especially back in the day when they didn't care about whooping your ass. Like they felt disrespected. You gonna get a beat down. So me learning that, I see why she did it, and I forgave her. That taught me a valuable lesson. I can't judge nobody based off the fruits that they bear because I don't know what they going through. Mm-hmm. So that's why I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. But if you keep doing it, once I point it out to you, then I know that's just you. Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah, that's real.
And that is something that I say now I'm at a place like when I notice something, I bring it to a person attention the first time. And if it keeps happening, that's why I'm like, all right, Snip, we okay.
Yeah. Damn, man. That's some good stuff y'all gonna
let me see. So that's why it's important to go over your life, like especially how you was raised, and try to fix some of them roots. Like I know communication. I see why I struggle in communication because I was not able to express myself in my household where I grew up with my mom. So of course, when you get married or when you get in a relationship or you chilling with your homeboys, of course you're gonna be like standoffish or just by yourself because shit, this your norm. Like just like she said, you ain't accustomed to expressing yourself. Then when you try to express yourself with the parents, your parents is the first person that you try things with. Like you feel me? Like you try to express yourself at one stage, and once you keep doing it and they shut you down, you can be like, okay, this is how the world is. If I can't express myself with the people that birthed me, how am I supposed to express myself with people in this world? So as a parent now, that's why I'm learning. Like just to be open, like now I have to do a little better when I come home from work, because work stress and you coming home and your kid don't really understand that. Like, and you trying to be like, hey, I need some time, I need some space, but that's when you got to communicate with your spouse and everything. Be like, hey, I need like 30 minutes to an hour. I need a detox from work. Like, I had a long day from work. I got to detox from this, because then your energy it get put off like you aggravate or you ignore it, but that's not the case. Like you just want to get some peace at the moment because you like either somebody cussed you out or somebody did some foul stuff, but you can't really say nothing because this is how you provide for your family. And I was that type of dude, bro. You pissed me off so long, bro. Like I'm off the job, like bump this job, I can go find another job. But now I shied away from that because I be thinking about my kids. Man, I got a daughter, she in gymnastics. My son 1 year old. So it's stuff that I see potential in him doing. Like he love music. So I'm trying to get this NPC live too, so he can start making beats. Like I got a whole goal, but who am I if somebody pissed me off and I quit my job? Now all that stuff is like taken away from me. Then we live in an economy where shit, if I quit this job, probably ain't no job gonna pay me as much I'm getting paid right now. Like you feel me, like, and then she got to deal with that stress. Then then I quit my job. Then my wife got to deal with how she gonna pay the bills, how she gonna pay the car note, how she gonna pay daycare. Like that'll be selfish of me. So like real deal. If you have a partner and they had a long day, give them their space, give them the time to be in their zone. I don't care. Like my wife have a long day. I don't care. She don't even talk to me. Like go get on the phone, go watch TV or something. The detox we could talk about it tomorrow. It's the next day. Like you feel little man up now. Yeah, but that's just how I see it, man.
See how having a kid impacting your life.
It really was a beautiful thing. I mean, I truly enjoyed like being a mom. Like it felt surreal. Like, and it's so funny because I can't wait for you to experience this. Like when you literally give birth, like that mom, like the moment the baby come from out the womb and hit your chest, it's like your body just like you instantly like mama bear, like literally like it's like an instant protection, like something just like overtake your body, like it's a whole different feeling. And I can't make this up, like genuinely. And I'm like, I truly enjoy being a mom. Like he's such a big blessing to me. And I think also it calmed me down in a lot of ways. And when you got a kid now, you got to think about every choice you make really come with a consequence and who it's going to impact.
All right.
So y'all ready? Look, so y'all ready?
You ready?
Yeah. I mean, I think like I'm as ready as I can prepare myself to be, because until I get to that point and everything, but
yeah. Yeah.
Y'all scared?
You scared?
No. Like I'm like I don't think I'm gonna like get like scared or nervous until it's like actually time. Like even with our wedding, like I was not nervous and didn't feel nothing the entire time until like
time to walk down the aisle.
Yeah, and so like that was when it hit me. But so like I feel like that's how the pregnancy has been. Like I've been cooling this entire time. I think like it's gonna hit me once it's like time to actually give birth.
Gotcha.
We very weird people. Sometimes we be like, no, at first, and then later on they hit me later. You know what I'm saying? Later on they hit us.
Such a beautiful thing.
But love that right here. You know what I'm saying? So like, as far as naming him and everything, like who came up with the name?
I did.
He came up with the name.
He was named after my brother.
I did.
My mom had a baby, and he which was my brother. He died.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he died, and he supposed to be 1 year older than me, so he supposed to be 28 right now. So I seen the baby picture, and I seen the like the feet, like the footprint.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to say I was like 5 or 6, and I was like, I'm gonna name my first boy Anthony. I don't care what anybody says. That's just gonna.
Yeah, he didn't care what anybody say.
I ain't.
Cause
no,
that was not my first pick.
Anthony.
Yeah. All due respect, but what was your first pick?
I really what
Weird.
weird. What was weird?
I guess it was. I think it was.
I had a couple names.
It was Optimus. I think.
Optimus.
Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. I had a few names, but I got my next kid. I'm naming him, but his name was gonna be Nehemiah. I've always liked the Nehemiah.
Yeah.
I always liked that name. I like the Nehemiah. I loved it like Hezekiah and yeah, that was like Zion, like names like that. I always liked it. He's being funny, but yeah, I want his name to be Nehemiah.
Yeah.
But Anthony be precious.
Yes, but he was like not budging off the name. So I said, okay. So the next couple kids we get,
Oh, she can have all the names.
yeah, that
Yeah.
it's a wrap.
That's big. He gave his heart to Zion though.
I did.
Real big, and then you was, you know what? I'm gonna just fall back. I'm gonna let him how you want. And then he said, "Next couple of names."
Yeah.
On you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's a big thing. And honor your brother too. You know what I'm saying? You know
Yeah.
about that, but my condolences, real
I
talk.
appreciate it.
Yeah, ghetto like. But so how many more kids do y'all want though?
Right now, I don't even want no kids right now.
You just chilling right now?
I'm just chilling.
What's right now, babe? Because you said
About I
No.
would say 3 to 4
now he
years
capping.
from now.
Because now you capping.
I'm being serious.
Antwone, that's not what you said.
What did I say?
He said by the time he's 28, he like, yeah, babe, I'll be ready for some more. You'll be 28 when?
Well, I'm 25. I'm
Yeah,
27. Right?
Exactly.
Wait, you 25?
No, he's 27.
27.
I'm 25. Yeah, he was saying it wrong.
bro.
You like a year older than me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's 27. He'll be
About my
28 in a few months, like in February. He'll be 28.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
push that
we
back.
basically said, you see, he's trying to get on handicap. We basically said that I wanted him to at least be like 2
Yeah.
and probably somewhat potty trained.
I'm rethinking that now.
So you're not,
Like, he probably gotta be like 5. 6.
that ain't happening because I said who ain't here by 30 for me won't be here.
Okay.
That's selfish.
No, that ain't selfish.
That is. That's no longer your body.
You're right. But guess what?
You know.
That apply both ways because you're not pushing them out.
No.
But yeah, I don't really like. Don't get me wrong. Like I would have loved to like have them back to back. You know, so that way you're younger in your body and stuff here. And I truly do get that. Like now that I had a kid, I truly understand it. But I genuinely don't want to have another kid until I be in my home.
Yeah.
And that's just like I wanted to be in our home before I had him.
Yeah.
And we would have been this mark it just was a lot. But I wanted to be in my own home before I have another kid.
I feel you. That's exactly where I'm at with it though. As far as not just the kid part, but just here, I did not want to like renew a lease. I did not want to go back into because I just like if you putting all this money into
Yeah,
you making them rich.
That's what I'm
Every
saying.
time I pay rent, I be like, bro, I just paid this amount of money and this junk ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Like there's no equity.
Yeah.
I'm not building my credit.
Hi, baby.
Yeah.
I'm just paying money. But soon if I don't pay, y'all hit me with a late fee.
Yeah.
If I get evicted, then it's gonna be on my credit.
Right.
But when I pay on time, it's not building my credit. Like that junk is so dumb.
Yeah. Now, you had a child beforehand, right? How did that work out? Like, was it smooth selling? 'Cause I know we were speaking on blended families in the church.
Oh man. At first, it was not that good because, and I fought myself. This is the reason why I was 18, 20. No, I was 20
Yeah.
when my baby mom was pregnant. But like growing up and trying to like now I'm learning how to be a man. Like I'm like, dang, bro, I finna bring a child in the world. And I was homeless. I ain't have no car. I was like, bro, like, what I'm gonna do? Because I low key ran from the situation. I didn't really understand it. I ain't really had no guidance. Like, she'll call my phone. I pick up. She'll tell me this is going on. This is going on. I ain't have no money to do anything. Had no wills to do it. To basically do anything. So I just ran from the situation. Mm-hmm. But when I first got my job and I understood the importance of like being in my child life, mm-hmm. it kind of like got better. But I had to start praying about it, and I had to ask God to remove like the bitterness that I had towards my baby mama, the drama that we had with our relationship. So now we see eye to eye now. It's crazy.
The whole 360.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I finally, like after she just turned 6, I was finally, like, not saying that it's a good thing, but I was finally able to discipline my child. And when I got on her, she stopped like hitting people at school. Like she's no longer doing that. And I see why it's important for a father to be in a child's life.
Yeah.
That's real, bro.
What's that?
It was smooth setup for you too. Like it's getting better. Like you said, whole 360.
I feel like it's getting better. It has gotten a lot better. In the beginning, it was not. It was very rough, and it was hard for me because I was never the type to be like, oh, I can't be with a man that didn't have kids. Cause I mean, my dad was a step parent and my mom raised my god sisters, like, you know, so I've always dealt with like blended family. Yeah. But I've never, when it came to blended families for me, like even dealing like going to in-laws, I've always was the type to where I wanted to get along with the family we create and whatever, you know, stuff like that. So it was rough and I felt like I played a part in it as well, and only because I was the new woman. So it was like, and we had a conversation or whatever before, and she did like, you know, at first she was a little bitter and stuff like that, but also too, when we did have a conversation, I did listen, you know, when we all sat and she basically admitted to like, you know, what she felt in resentment towards him and what she went through. And woman to woman, I mean, I didn't have a kid at the time, but I can understand she feel as a woman if, you know, you doing everything. And, you know, he said he ran from situation and stuff like that. So it's like, and it was some stuff that she was saying, like, you know, that I felt like at the time I was dealing with when it came to him. So it's like, I know she ain't just making this up because I'm like, you still do this now. You know, some stuff. So it's like, in that moment, I understood and I truly, you know, I truly, you know, understood where she was coming from. And down the line, like I say, it was a big difference. And now I just think that I'm involved with her and the baby, whatever. I'm real close. I love that baby. I love the baby like she my own. Yeah. I just think that I want to start being more involved. And when I say that, to be honest, I didn't get bold with a lot of the content stuff, honestly, until I had like a death scare.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Like when I got that blood clot, I was real deal, like, I thought I was out of here. No lie. Like I went through a lot. Like, and that's another thing, like when the postpartum all started picking up, because I was having like anxiety and stuff from me having that blood. I had a blood clot, and it brought like a lot of like bad memories. Like, you know, my grandma had died 2 weeks before our wedding, and then my grandma had a blood clot. So it was like, in my mind, like I don't want to end up like her. She died from like, you know. So a lot of the devil was playing on my head a lot. The devil was playing on my thoughts, and I went through like emotional roller coaster. So when I felt like I was praying so hard, like I felt so alone in the hospital. Cause at the end of the day, and I think it made me appreciate life more. That's when I talk about it. It give me like a no, like this is why I really started trusting God and really serving Him more. Right. And I've always said it was like I felt like, you know, growing up in the church, like I always knew church was always a part of me, and I know it's the right thing to do, to be in the church. But I felt like, you know, I never had like a real deal experience with God until that moment. I ain't talking about like, oh God, like I got this job, like God, I'm praying, you know, prayers been answered. Like everything I said I want out of life, like the wedding, everything like that, literally down to the T, He has given me. But a situation where I'm like, I know for a fact it was nobody but God, that was one of those situations. And the blood clot was gone within a week, and it was like I thought that I mean, like it was no damage done to my body, like everything was fine. Like I was like, I was crying, like in tears, thanking God that He. You know, so when I felt like He gave me another chance at life, kind of thing. Yeah. It was one of those like, I'm finna go all the way in. Like you got my eyes open, my nose up 100%. Right. And now I'm at a place like I don't play with God, and I take it really serious. That's why I try to include Him on a lot of things that I do. But at the end of the day, if it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. And I think also too, like I'm like, like lots of things didn't really matter. Like I was never taught to be like really materialistic, but it was kind of like I felt like a lot like the whole like I want to look like this when I get on camera and da 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 da. That didn't matter. I didn't care how I got on camera. I was just doing it because I'm like, at this point I want to make an impact. And that is where I'm like, I realized, I found my validation. I realized that, God is all I really need, and I was content.
Right. Well, check this out. Yeah, you're talking for check this out. Some of the stuff that she prayed for, like she was like, I want to make sure that my body is right. Mm-hmm. Pregnant, after I'm pregnant, I do not want to be this certain way. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying like the blood clot. Like, it was like it definitely happened for a reason. Yeah, it's like I'm not like I ain't trying to make it seem like that's what she deserved, like anything like that. Like you feel me? But it gave her an eye opener based off her will. Like God got my attention, basically. Like God got her attention, but it's her willpower is when something. She was like, how some people be on the I can't stop eating this because because it's a habit. I've been eating this for years. But when something is life-threatening, you would change your whole diet. This girl changed her whole diet. I went vegan. No, I went vegan. I was like, I'm going vegan. She started eating meat and everything. But you see, we got a tendency of doing this because I be doing the same thing. When we get healed or we feel like the problem is no longer there, we go back to old habits. Then old things start kicking back up. Now you be like, dang, why did I switch? I felt better. I was doing better. That's me now. Why did I start doing it? But you see, God always give you like problems that's not life threatening, and He can also heal you. But when you make that change, you gotta stick with it. Like, you feel me? You gotta stick it through, and you can't go back to your old habits. Yeah. So it was definitely an eye opener for it, and I believe that's the reason why I went vegan in the first place, because I used to always eat pizza at work. Like, it's this little spot called West Shore. They know me so good, man. They used to give me free slices. But one day, son told me, man, no more meat, no more none of this. I went complete. I told. You had a baby shower. I cold turkey everything. Like, I couldn't, like, snacks and stuff. No. Yeah. I was like that about a good 6 months. Then listening to people, it's okay to cheat. You can have your cheat day. Then I discovered, like, listening to them, now I'm going back to my old habits. Like, I'm not eating meat, but I be like, bro, I can just cheat. I'm working out. But they deteriorating me from my goal, like from my journey. Yeah. Like, and you got some people in the world, like, because they can't do something, you got a lot of willpower, they'll try to distract you or try to throw you off because they can't do this. They don't have enough willpower to do what you're doing. Mm-hmm. So that's why I wish I should never told nobody. I told people that I'm vegan. I should have just snapped quietly about it and went through this journey alone. But at the same time, we were already faced with a lot of temptations, but it's just something that I have to overcome. Right. And I thank God for it. She's not looking at you. For this, like, being vegan helped heal my wife. Like, I told her the foods that she need to eat, what she need to stay away from. Then especially like with females, like, y'all gotta understand, like with Mother Earth, that's a female body. Like, us men, we are farmers. We plant seeds into females, like, and y'all take them seeds and y'all grow crops, which is like children. But in this society that we live in, they affecting y'all soil. So when people try to, like, when men try to, like, plant a seed into you or try to have a child, it's hard because all the food that you eat, especially like milk and cheese, that's not good for. That's not good for a female because you eating something that came from a cow, and that milk is for a baby calf. So now you're thinking, like, all my hormones or everything is out of whack because you eating stuff that throwing your hormones out of whack that's not intended for you. Fruits and vegetable, that's intended for us. In the Bible, in Genesis, he said, eat fruits that's fruit bearing, like eat fruits that's bearing seeds. Like, you feel me? Yeah. But now you look at the world, they taking seeds from all our fruits. Mm-hmm. Like, and we not even paying attention to that. And we just eating seedless grapes, seedless watermelon. We just going through the motion of it. But and God, like that's a principle that God left for us. Like, bro, eat fruits bearing seeds, but we don't even eat fruit bearing seeds like that no more. And it's hard to come across. It's hard to come across seeded watermelons. You got to go through every local market just to go find a seeded watermelon, seeded grapes.
That dude on back of the truck, they got them.
Yeah. But it's like So to go deeper, if I can, so they affected, like, this already was happening. So they affected our fruits. Now they affecting our DNA, because now you see a lot of homosexual. I still love homosexual and everything. I love all people, but they're affecting our DNA because God, what's the first thing God told us? Be fruitful and be multiplied. That's another principle. But how can we be fruitful and multiply if we date men versus man and woman versus woman?
And they can't multiply.
Yeah. Fruits can multiply. And that's another thing God was telling me about this. Banana trees, they don't need like another plant. They asexual or homosexual. I forgot the term for it, but they can reproduce after they self. So when you're born, you always born with a generational curse. So when that thing is like, when it bears fruits, it's up to you to realize, I don't want to bear this fruit no more, and you got to cut it off, start supplying it. But I feel like we live in a world, like, we got to understand that we are fruits, like we are fruits, and we can absorb energy, and we can reproduce problems from other things, and like from our parents, and we don't even realize it. So we just got to be cautious of that, if that makes sense for everybody. Like, you feel me? And just try to eat healthier and drink more water, because your sex would be better. You have more energy. You won't have any cloudy visions or anything like that. And don't be afraid of change, because I know some of us have been eating bad for 26 years or maybe 30 years. Just take the first initiative to eat more fruits. Eat stuff that energize you. If you drive a Mercedes, you're not going to put 87 in a Mercedes if you drive like an AMG. That they don't even take 87. That thing take 93. So if you put 87 in the AMG, that whole engine fuel pump gonna go down. So you got to think about, like, that's your body. You got to put the best in your body. Like, you feel me?
Yeah. See, that's when you say you're on the YouTube, but it's a lot that you could be teaching as well.
You right.
But speaking of YouTube though, just social media platforms in general, how you feel about Alexis, BBQ? How you feel about her success? I know she's a good friend of you.
Oh, bro, she tough.
Yeah.
My sister is really doing really good. I'm so happy for her. We talk almost every other day, but we were just talking recently, and I was telling her, like, going from like high school and how things were, and her now, like, I said, Lex, you done like really got it. Like, she was kind of shy. So like seeing her like be herself and be known is everything to me, because it's like, that's not somebody you just off camera. That's her. On and off camera, that's her. The weird dances, that's Lex. She's always been like that. So I'm really happy. I love that for her. And I talk to her all the time. I'd be like, when I was getting ready to do like my different platforms myself, I'm like, I want to do this, and she's like, do it. She's the one who always tell me, Cici, you need to get on there. You'll be good, influencer. And I'm like, nah. But she's very motivational, and people learn a lot from her. She can. And she know that content stuff. And it's like, when it comes to dancing, like, she plays for that, but she really can dance. And then like her brothers, they whole family, they can dance. And I'm like, it's just in her. So I love to see her.
I've been seeing at the dance events. And every time I see her, it's all love. She good. But you never like ask her. I know you don't be wanting to ask something like that to be a part of any videos and everything, but you just never like cross your mind and be like, you know what? Let me see if she'll just help me out and do a little video or something.
So
like
honestly, no. I've never done that. And it's a good question, because I had a conversation recently where, like, it's as simple as like, if somebody say they viral on TikTok. And I could be like, oh, well, I'm trying to get my own thing going. You could just do me a quick little shout out and this and that. For some reason, I see people find that very offensive.
Yeah.
Now, for me, I'm not like that.
Okay.
But it's one of those things I feel like just because I would do it, don't mean that somebody else would. But in Lake's case, it's like when birthdays and stuff come, she always shout us out. She always posts. And like when my wedding came,
Yeah.
people was like, oh, that's the wedding Young BBQ was at. And this and that, because she was all on my Instagram and she had recorded the wedding and stuff like that. And some people did like add me and, you know, and everything like that from that. Yeah. Not that I was looking for it, but they just, I mean, this kind of person she is.
Yeah.
But she know that I want to, like, I'm doing my little podcast I'm about to start.
Yeah.
And she already told me, like, she want to be on the show, she want to do this, and she want to do that. So I feel like when it's genuine, a person just going to do to support you.
Right.
And that's what I feel like I've gotten for her, like nothing but support. I didn't ask her, because first she was like, oh, you don't want me on the show? And I'm like, nah, I'm like, since I'm going to ask you, I'm like, I want you to be on it. Yeah. But again, I kind of want her to, like, you know, genuinely want to be on it. I don't want to be that person that's like, well, can you do this and can you do that and can you do this? Because I know for a fact that can get aggravating. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, it take work. The same work she put in, I gotta put what's gonna make me different, you know?
Yeah, that's how I am too. Like, I know exactly what you mean. I would, if I had a friend that blew it like that, I'd be the same like what Sally and Tyler. I don't know if you know what they is.
I heard of them.
Yeah, they was in my crew. They moved to LA. And in the dance world, they like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it's like, I don't want to, because it's like, if I ain't asked them before, they got big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, it will be a good episode for your podcast. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because you know her. You know?
Yeah.
Like, if she gonna do anything, that'll be good for her to, you know what I'm saying? Come on, yours. But I get what you're saying as far as, you don't want to pressure nobody, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Had that question, said she wanted to start YouTube and everything. What's some of the stuff you want to start doing on YouTube?
So basically, I got my thing. I'm doing my own little things called Positive Tea. Okay. That I'm finna do with Lady C is what it's called. Coming soon. Saving lives one sip at a time.
There you go.
So basically, I just want to, like, it's more so like me motivational and encouraging women. I'm going to be talking like kind of like this. I'm going to be talking with couples or even like a bunch of women. It's much like a women's platform in a sense. I'm going to have my husband on, I guess, appearing, and also another married couples, and I also want some single people on there too, because it's kind of like, you know, just giving good pointers and stuff like the people be looking for, like, you know, when they're on the dating scene, what they be looking for to try to find their wife and vice versa with their husband. But I want to open it up with positivity and end with positivity. I want to, like, you know, put like invite people to the different people, different personalities to the show to kind of talk about, and like, you know, one may deal with anxiety, somebody been going out a little deeper with somebody. One may talk about, you know, spiritual and politics case may be, but also know my people. Like, I want people to be comfortable and be an open space for whoever I talk to. It's going to be like, you know, straightforward, you know, no chaser. I want it to be transparent as possible.
You see what she did.
But also,
you see what she did.
But also
first started off positive with a tip, a sip. But you said a sip.
Saving lives one sip at a time.
Saving lives one sip at a time, and she's like, no chaser.
Yeah.
I wanted to be like people to be a safe space and be open. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's like I'm real, and it's like we all go through things. Yeah. And I don't want to make it seem like everybody's like just not going through nothing. Like we just all perfect on social media. Like, I wanted to be transparent as possible, but I want to be beneficial and try to help somebody out there too. So that is why, and like I say, I love talking to people and empowering women, and I want it to basically be the same way I'm empowering. I want to be encouraged too.
Yeah. That's real, man. That's real. And I like that. So, I mean, on that note, you know what I'm saying? What all we missed? Did we miss anything? As far as, do y'all have any questions for us? Do y'all want to say anything?
Oh yeah, I got a question.
Yeah.
Right, hey, man, I need a whole son, bro.
He's so good. I would say, like, what would you feel like like for y'all, like, you know, just millennial marriage?
Yeah.
What do you think is something like one of the biggest challenges you think y'all face?
Biggest challenges. I'll let you go first. Let's see.
In a marriage.
Like just being married young.
Yes, you say being married young.
I mean, I think it's mostly, I guess, like coming from like just how I grew up, like getting like the unwanted like advice and everything, because from like my family, like not a lot of marriages worked out. So like hearing that, like when they found out we were engaged, like hearing like, oh, why do you want to get married now? You're young. Like just hearing all of that just because we're young. So like they wanted me to wait because they feel like, oh, since it didn't work out for them, like now they're projecting it
on you guys, yeah.
So it's like kind of hard finding like being like, no, just because we're young, like we are solid in our relationship and we know where it's going, and so it kind of like try to push through that for me.
Yeah, for me, I feel like my life have taken a dramatic, if that's the word, dramatic turn. That's the word, right?
Yeah.
That's the word.
What's
It take
the
a
word?
big turn.
Yeah.
That ain't the word, but
I know what he means.
he's talking about, yeah, that's the word.
I know what he
That ain't the word, but okay, I see.
Drastic.
It took a drastic turn.
Drastic. There we go. Right.
I know what he was saying.
Yeah. My life has took a crazy turn, and you know, from when I was younger, like I'm a totally different DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm nowhere near where I was before, as far as like as a person. And with that being said, I've grown to want to do more stuff now. I want to get out more a little bit. Now I want to, you know what I'm saying, throw events. Like I'm doing the Halloween concert, probably a little plug. You feel me? October 19th.
Yes.
I want to like do little stuff. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Do little stuff like that. And when we got together, I was getting into that a little bit. But she brought back out the younger me. She brought back out my kid side. But it just, sometimes it be iffy a little bit because, you know, I am getting older and sometimes I want to like do more stuff. And she kind of a homebody and stuff like that. And so it'll be probably along those lines. It's just me just wanting to catch up on what I missed out on when I was a kid. So yeah. But other than that, everything probably, you know, evens out.
I think it's also different because he was my only relationship with his woman. So it's like all the trials and tribulations that we've been through, like it was all like a first.
Yeah.
Having to learn all of that.
Yeah. So only thing I gotta say about that, bro, like as a man, as human beings, we always got that little kid in us, and we gotta express it. Like you can't. That little kid is never gonna die inside of us. Right. We just older. It's good to have that little kid inside you, bro, because like especially when you have the D3, you want to be like, bro, he gonna be want to play in the mud, do something, bro. Like, bro, just being a kid, them memories right there. Like, so keep that little kid alive, bro, inside of you, bro. And you just gotta be uncomfortable, like, you know, doing some things, bro. Like, yeah, you feel me? But that's a balance though. Sometimes it's good to be in the house, you know, catch up on some TV shows, pillow talk and everything. But every once in a while, it's good to go out, like do adventures.
I think it's because we're into different things. Like if we're going out, like I like to be like doing like
nature
adventurous type of stuff.
Okay.
Or like if we go into like an amusement park, like, I want to actually like enjoy it, not just like walk around. And like if we're going out of town, I don't really care for shopping. I actually want to like go and like do something.
Yeah.
But I think that's like the main difference. Like he's cool with going shopping and doing all that. I'm like, I'm ready to go. Can we like go do something?
Yeah. I feel that because when my wife, bro, if we say that she better go grocery shopping, I expect us to go grocery shopping, nothing else. Like, you feel me?
What we do?
Nah, bro. So you know that one day we had one Christmas. I had tag along.
That wasn't grocery shopping.
No. I'm just saying, like we had tagged along. You had told me, hey babe, come on ride with me. We finna go on Christmas shopping. All right. So Christmas shopping turned into I'm sitting outside with my kid funking to old music, and you go buy one of them couches that's in the front room, and we supposed to be Christmas shopping for other people. Like, you feel me?
Well, I Christmas shop for the house.
No, you said we was Christian. when she look, this is the thing. She already know I don't like shopping because if she tell me, babe, we finna go shopping, we finna go get this and this, and we gonna head home. Cool, because you already know a man. When we go to a store, we already got in mind this. We already know the aisle, how much it costs, how much time it's gonna take. We gonna go grab it and out. Yeah. Cici, she walk around, go get this. Oh, this gotta sell. Let's go stop here. Let's go there. Like da. Yeah. I'm not that. I'm not. No.
I'm more of a household shopper. I like
a card swiper.
Oh
wow.
You feel me? You feel me?
But I spend money on shopping like that. No. That's the truth.
I was just waiting for the lightning.
Oh,
girl, you be spending some money on some shopping, man.
I shop for the house. I can't say that I do. Like when it comes to shopping, Like I'm not the type of person like that's always like buy clothes, buy shoes, and all that. Like I buy clothes. I don't really buy clothes like that. Like if I buy clothes, it's kind of like I'm in the store like, oh, this is cute. I'm gonna just grab it. But this would be online shopping for clothes. No, I do spend money more so like on household supplies. Like I love like if I get like laundry like stuff like that, I stock up. Like on it's like, oh, they got a sale on this and that, I'm gonna go grab it. Yeah. Body wash, like stuff like that. And then now with the baby, like everything is, oh, I need clothes for this, him, this, that, But yeah, and then like I say, what kind of household stuff? Like I used to be really, and I'm trying to get back into it because I used to really be into like decorating, like my house, like putting this and that. And when I went through a little postpartum, it kind of, so we had moved in here like right before all that happened.
I kind of liked it.
Yeah, because I didn't have to spend.
Yeah, I ain't should spend no money.
So now I got my couch coming tomorrow, and it's gonna start back up. He dreading it, but
it's like I hate that she was in that state, but at the same time, boy, I ain't had to worry about no new rugs. Every 3 months, she redecorating the bathroom, this shower curtain. We throwing away stuff that, as
I would give it away.
You throwing away. Or it's like, bro, it's kind of like, bro, I don't care how the house look. Long I got somewhere to lay my head and look presentable.
And see, that's the problem.
Yeah. I don't care. But that's a man. Like, you get me to decorate the house.
I feel like what they say, the man provide a home and the woman make it a home or whatever.
And don't get me wrong.
Who don't want to come home to a nice house, nice and laid, smelling good, in your own space? And also, too, what I've learned, and his grandma said it plain as day. When they come to somebody's house, they're looking at the woman, not the man. So if you okay with your house, they looking at, if your house trash, they not gonna be looking at you, they're gonna be looking at Lex. Like, you the woman and you got a nasty house like this, and he can be nasty as ever. And you doing everything you can in your power to keep your house together, but he can just be nasty, and it reflects on both of y'all. But it mainly, in certain, like, just like if the car break down and I got a man in the house, they're gonna look at him.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, you taking care of your car?
Yeah.
Like, why am I changing a tire and this and that when I got a man in the house? You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing.
Let me speak on that tire now. There's gonna be some situation where I'm not gonna be around. And I didn't taught you how to change a tire.
It's true. But I shouldn't be changing it. You and watching.
Just like my mom. No, hold on. Just like my mama taught me how to wash the dishes and wash laundry. I do my own thing too around the house.
That's true, babe. But I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I know. Let's talk about it. But it's the truth. I mean, yeah. So I do. It is the spending thing with the. But I think one of our biggest challenges, though, honestly, and it just happened like that financial struggle. Yeah. It takes a toll on a relationship. Yeah. And I can be real, and I feel like some of the financial issues that I feel like we're in could have been probably avoided. And when I say that, I'm saying like, when you work and come across so much money, this and that and the third, if I would have saved more or put up for times like that, I didn't have to go through what I went through.
Ooh, let's speak on that. Yeah. No, not that. It can help some couples. Yeah. If you I come from a background where I had to make sacrifices. I had to, like, my mom, she'll get one check. She was disabled. So she get one check. So it'd be some stuff that I want and she can afford, but I'd be like, no, Mom, I don't want it because that money can go towards something else. So I already came from a background of making sacrifices. I don't care. Like I be having money to get my hair cut. I'm like, bro, I'm not for the I for the just thug. I don't care what people say. I don't care how I look. I'm making a sacrifice because I have a goal in mind. Like, you feel me? But sometimes you gonna meet somebody that don't really know how to make sacrifices or cannot go without for a period of time. But y'all gotta, once you have a goal and they can see the goal, it'll be easy for them to make a sacrifice. And that's something that I'm learning how to present. Like how to present if we want this and this, if you want this house, you gonna have to delete all this stuff. Like, you can't do none of this. Yeah.
And see, like, for me, I realized like my sacrifices was more so like my nails. I would.
Crazy about the nails, huh?
Yeah.
Nails, Mary, them nails, bro. Bro, you see, not, bro. Like for real, like in this society, bro. Like
pass me the mic.
No, hold on, bro. I gotta speak on that, bro. I'm just saying, cause I got a daughter, bro. Like, thinking about like females already got their hygiene stuff.
Yeah.
Then you got the hair. Then at the end, the eyebrows, and you got the lashes, and that's just the top of the head. Like, you feel me? that's just the top of the head. Like, you feel me? Now if you go lower, now you got the jewelry, the necklace, the earrings and stuff. Now if you go lower, the shirts, bras. Bras are expensive. And I got a daughter, bro, and I'm just thinking about all this. Underwear.
Yeah.
That's junk expensive.
Now that's one thing I really not know they cost. Like you go to Walmart, you look at them drawers cost. I didn't think $15 for 3 pair of drawers is just bizarre.
But you feel me? Now we ain't even talking about the clothes and the shoes and the nails. You feel me? That's already a bag right up, bro.
Yeah.
See, with a boy, I go get him some boxers.
Yeah.
Go get some clothes, a haircut. And he fine. He just want to play outside. The girl, she want this makeup kit. She need the Barbie doll set. She need this and this. That, man.
Yeah, I would spend money. Like it was like I would get my nails done whatever like once a month in my feet and stuff. But you talking about every 3.5 weeks, going 4 weeks. I would spend like with my feet and my nails together. Like one.
Be honest. Nah, ain't no one, son.
It would be like one something. I would spend like. Put like this. This was my nails. I'm gonna be honest. This was my nails. I would spend like between $65 to $85. And then for my feet, because I would get a pedicure, it would be like $55, and then with a full set of toes, it was like additional $60.
How much that is?
So you talking about like $110 for my feet?
You see what she did? She tried to break it down.
I'm trying to think. I'm like $110.
She ain't trying to give you the total.
So almost $200.
Yeah.
And then like. At one point, I was buying wigs like $375.
Let's speak on that.
$375 for wigs and stuff like that. And at the time,
let's speak on that.
I'm not gonna lie, like I was young and making decent money.
And that's how she got me. You feel me? That's how when a female really did want something, they'll go get some lingerie for you, bro. Yeah. They'll put you in the mood, like, babe, I really want this wig and everything. Yeah. Your mind not even on that. Yeah, babe, you can get it. Like, you feel me? You ain't really caring until you look at your account and be like, man, did I agree to that? Like, you feel me, bro? You see, bro? Be strong out here, my brother.
When I look back on it, I just be like, and don't get me wrong, I wore them wigs. Now, once I bought them, I wore them numerous of times.
She ain't had no choice.
But it was just like, man. But it was more like, I spent money on, my money went to the same stuff. It was like hair, nails, or whatever, and then like the household. And I had to come home with stuff, and he's like, babe, I ain't have to have all of this.
I did.
But see, I'm like this. I was more so like, if you paying majority of the bills, and I got like extra, whatever, I just feel like it's my job to buy you your wants. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. Yeah. So like he would come home and I've been shopping. I was just shopping for me. I bought like clothes and this and that. And it's
but that's just to take my mind off of what she just spent money on.
That's not true.
You try to ease me into it, like
I'm like, baby.
No, I understand you that person, but at the same time, babe, look at all the stuff but I did get you something too, now, babe. Like when I spent your money, I did buy you something with your money. Then I
always your money.
Then I put a couple. You ain't let me finish. Then I did put a little couple dollars that I had. With your money, and like you feel me, but I don't mind it because that's something that would make her unique. But I also got my spending habits. See, I like see my stuff be expensive. So I like Glocks, like guns, like the PS5. I appreciate her for buying me that. Shoes, like
see, Antwone, I don't mind a really sneaker chick like that.
Yeah, see, my shoes already gonna be $170 a pop plus tax.
But one time we won a pair of shoes together, and it was like $235 they said a piece. I said you just get his shoes.
Yeah.
I said I couldn't get clothes. I just feel like when it comes to sneakers, for me, I don't wear sneakers like that. Okay. I don't see myself. But then he said the same about my Tory Burch slides.
Nah.
Like,
bro, them Tory bro, them not even, them just leather, them Jesus sandals with TB.
My mama had us in the line.
Bro, you paying $250 for them?
Yeah, man.
You feel me?
Heck yeah.
Bro, no.
Antwone,
No, bro. I brought them Tory Burch because I just want her to because she was going through a lot of stuff, bro. I just want to make her happy, bro. But at the same time, as I was happy when I bought it, but I was in that line like, bro, I could put this money towards my Glock. I could put this money towards my AR. I could put this money. I could save this money, but at the same time, it's making her happy, and then I can always replace the money, but I can't replace like the time. The moments and everything.
Yeah. And then like honestly, like when I say some of the financial stuff that we went through, it came at a time where you know how stuff happened where it's like out of your control.
Yeah.
So when I go back to the times where I had so much money, I feel like I probably mishandled it or mismanaged it. I feel like if I'd have had some of that money saved more of, it would have helped me for that time that we couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like all of this happened in the midst of the moment I got pregnant.
Yeah.
Bro, we was up, bro. Like for real. Like you know when COVID hit.
Yeah.
It's like I felt like
them checks and stuff, bro. But you see, when we got when it was like paying our rent and stuff.
Yeah, we had got our Florida to pay our rent.
Bro, you know the car
that while Florida was paying the rent. Our Florida was paying like everybody rent.
Damn.
And when we had first, that was about 4 years ago. When we first moved back out here, we only paid 1 month's rent.
And everything.
And the rest of my lease, our Florida.
But you see, everything was popping up. The car,
so it was
transmission went out in the car.
So the thing is, when we had like extra stack, you know, like extra money stack.
Yeah.
Major stuff was happening. Like my engine went out in my car.
I had to pay for that. Then when I paid for that, the transmission went out. Then we had to go get another car.
And it was just like, what else was going on?
Man.
We tried to look for, probably get a house. Try to pay for that. Like it was, and then it was like the house we were looking for.
Oh, we was helping. That's when
it was lending.
Yeah.
Lending out money to help.
Trying to help other people.
One getting paid back. You know, like stuff like that. Yeah. And then it was like when I got pregnant, we were still all right. But then I fell on a job. I fell on my job. Matter of fact, I fell on my job around this time, like around this time or whatever, 2 years ago, like when I was pregnant. I fell on the job, and then it was time for me to get a MRI because they told me I had like radiculopathy or whatever, lumbar. I was having really bad sciatic pain, and I had bruised my tailbone and stuff.
That was the grace of God, though.
Yeah, and I didn't know I was pregnant.
Yeah, because she supposed to do an MRI 2 times.
And I couldn't.
And she couldn't.
I was pregnant.
The first time I had drove, the second time I had drove out there. Was it the second time? When you had to get the MRI? But the second time I drove out there, they ain't tell about the nose ring. She asked.
Yeah, that was the first time.
Yeah, that was the first time. All right. So about the nose ring, they had to turn us around. I was like, bro, I just wasted my time.
Way to lose.
Yeah. Burning gas. But it was we had a great bonding session. We healed some wounds, talked about some stuff, vibed to some music and everything. So I looked at it, even though it was a waste, it was a positive.
Yeah.
We bonded a little bit more.
The second time I went out there, they were like,
shut up, Jit.
They were like, that I found I was pregnant, and then they were like that basically I couldn't get the MRI done. So then they had me on my job, tried to like fire me on workers' comp. You know I'm HR. You can't do that. You can't do that at all. Yeah. I'm the HR person for the job.
Yeah.
So how you trying to fire me? You know, they couldn't do that. So then they had basically something in the mail talking I did no call, no shows when I was literally out of work on restrictions from the doctor orders. And then the next day, I got a letter in the mail. That letter in the mail the next day, the workers' comp team called me and was like, hey, we're calling about getting you paid because, we got to pay you while you're out of work. Yeah. So basically, I could not drive. I couldn't do nothing. Like, it would hurt for me to sit down for a long period of time. And they paid me for like the first 6 months of my pregnancy. Yeah. But like 5.5 months of my pregnancy. So I wasn't working, but I was getting paid workers' comp. So I ain't gonna lie, I was getting a decent amount of checks every 2 weeks. But then it was like, when it drastically hit, month before the baby shower, they stopped my check. I was getting ready to sue them too because they tried to basically say I had fell on my own. It was a lot of stuff I ended up suing a job. They ended up trying to say I fell on my own and all this other stuff, and they basically stopped my check in the middle, basically saying they didn't want to pay me no more until I gave birth to get an MRI. They could have paid my money back down the line at the court and all of that there, but I'm looking like, I can't go to work, nobody's job, because I'm on restrictions. I'm literally out of, the bigger I'm getting, the worse my sciatic was getting.
Yeah.
Like, and I couldn't work nobody. When you on workers' comp, it comes as a flag in the system when you try to apply somewhere else. Yeah. So I couldn't get a job nowhere. So I'm looking like, and then right that time, you talking about, okay, we're going through our savings. Okay, fine. Now, rent ain't cheap. You talking about 24. Yeah. Couple months to my savings, that's a big help. Yeah. And then I had a car payment. I just got my car that year.
Damn.
So I didn't ever I'm paying a car payment, car insurance, and then I got this high rent. Mind you now, the same time that they stopped my check, my husband's job shorted his checks.
Oh, bro.
3 months in a row, his checks was short.
And you see, back to that situation where you said at the church.
Yeah.
So we already was going through a season where it was already preparing for that. So now we already dealing with our own struggles. Now they be like, oh, y'all young, y'all going through this. I'm like, but motherfucker, we struggling right now, bro. Like, you feel me? But God already prepared us, because it's like, even though we was going through that, we just kept the faith and just kept trusting. And
I feel like that was like our worst. That was one of our worst struggles. Like, no lie, and I'm just being transparent. Like, it was like stuff out of control. I'm like, my husband getting paid and his check ain't even like, you talking about he making a decent check that he didn't even get, like ain't even nowhere near the rent. Like, it was a lot. It was a lot. And I'm like, I'm pregnant and I'm like, I can't do nothing. Yeah. Now our savings is cleared. I don't even pop past that. Gave us at work one time saying that basically everything gonna be restored and this and that. That was right on time. I'm looking like, we need this right now. I'm like, because we done cleared out everything we done had. Yeah. And then this was going on, y'all. Like, I mean, we got a baby. Luckily, the thing is with baby shower wasn't impacted because I had already paid for that stuff ahead of time. Yeah. But around that time the baby shower came, I didn't even know how my rent was gonna get paid. Mm-hmm. At this point now, our leasing company, they knew that, we went from paying a couple days early to now we're late. Like, they like something wrong. She ended up waiving late fees for us. Mm-hmm. Our job was literally almost 2 months behind on rent. And guess, when I tell you it was nobody but God, I was like, and I'm like, I don't tell people what I'm going through. I'm like, we over here real deal, like, And also, too, when you trying to save for a house and stuff like that, you can't spend that house money. Like, you can't be spending that money. Mm-hmm. They be watching how your accounts play. It was a lot. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, my mama and I'm like, I don't want to really ask them, but with this now going on, I don't really like putting my business. So I'm like, we're going to have to figure this out. Yeah. So we went pulling from, 401k, trying to get our bill stuff paid, but listen, we had got a letter on our door, DJ. A letter on our door. What they needed almost, it was like $4,700 that we had to pay. Mm-hmm. I told you I was suing my people. My lawsuit check came the day before that money would need to be paid. Yeah, but like the deadline. Like my lawsuit check came the deadline, like the day before. And then with a certain amount, the bank ain't gonna just, it has to clear, like you have to go through because I had to show them the letter. Yeah. But then to basically give me some of that money up front. Yeah. Yeah. I said it was nobody but God.
And that's why I say, bro, when you ask that question, God already put us through that test. We stayed in our own lanes. And we was just at God red light for the longest, bro. Like,
yeah, like it was DJ, it was hell.
It was hell.
And I'm pregnant and I'm like, and I'm sitting here as a wife, because you talking about like I said, I thank God. Like, God blessed me a lot in certain positions. Like, I've worked and I've made a decent amount of money for my age with no degree and stuff. And I knew that was nobody but God. But it was like in a moment where I'm like nothing. It was testing me too because I never really had to like depend on nobody. Like,
and this is her favorite thing. I got a daddy. I don't need a nigga.
I've worked.
Say your line. Say your famous line.
Right, and fine. I worked and I literally even though I have days like that, like I always work and I never wanted I always been helping people. Yeah. So to being that person to where I gotta act like that was like that was pride. I just didn't want to do that. Whoa. And I'm sitting here trying to. I see my husband do everything he can, but he's struggling. And I can't help. I'm over here home bedridden, can't do nothing. That was bothering me. Right. And then it's just like people you ask somebody like you want to throw it back in your face, and I'm like, see, I just rather not. So when everything happened for a reason, it came right on time. But I was upset because the first portion of my lawsuit that came, we paid all our bills and stuff like that. But it was like a heap of it had to go to rent. And I'm saying
like dang.
This rent.
We should have been up again. Like it'd be so many times where we won't be in this position. Or we should avoid everything, but it's like life just happened. And that's why that thermostat, because my boss told me about that. But once you actually go through it, so basically, let me give y'all a gist for what happened about the preaching and everything. I did a play, and basically my message was Jesus save, and who is you surrendering to? Basically, is you surrendering to the world, or you surrendering to God? And my parable was the thermostat. So you know how you come in, like I'm not gonna let DJ come inside my house and control my AC because I pay the bills. And when we go through life, we let people change our thermostat when we got to set at a certain point. So Jesus already paid the price for our sins, and that he basically, if you serve God, everything is paid for. So why would I let society change my thermostat if I got to set at a 75? So that taught me a valuable lesson, because now going through all that, man, I was like, bro, I'm still paying my freaking tithes. I'm sowing seeds. I'm doing everything, bro. People at church, they talking about, I just received a check in the mail for $3,000. It's like I'm real deal looking at this. I'm like, bro, like, God, bro, what am I doing, bro? Like, I'm reading the Bible, man. I'm faithful to my wife. I'm taking care of my kids.
I was starting to feel like it was me. Like, because sometimes I feel like, it's kind of like people in your corner sometimes can hinder you, block your blessings. Yeah. So it's kind of like I was starting to feel like I knew for a fact, like, I struggled with paying my tithes. Mm-hmm. And when I say I struggled, it was more like, if I didn't have enough barely for my bills, I would pay my bills. I'm not paying my tithes. Mm-hmm. But now I'm at a place to be like, you know what? I don't care what bill ain't getting paid. God gonna figure it out. I'm just gonna give him his money. Yeah. And now, and I told my mom about it. I'm like, you know what? Like, that makes sense. Like, and I look at during that time, like, when I tell you, he literally carried us, like, yeah. It was like, even though I was stressing by, like, a little bit, like, about the bills, another part of me was like,
it's all right. Like, your spirit's telling you.
Yeah, it was like,
it's all right.
At this point, like, it's gonna get figured out. And my mom, like, it's gonna figure itself out.
Yeah, like
I just couldn't really stress as much as I was like, I just couldn't. Yeah. Because I'm like, it's gonna get figured out.
Stop.
And I really do, like I say, I appreciate them tough times. It taught us a lot, and I feel like one of the biggest things too where I feel like once they financially probably tore us apart was because it was trying to tear us apart, shall I say? I say tore us apart, but tear us apart in some areas is like Antwone does not like his accounts being in the negative.
No.
And for me, it's like I would put my account in the negative before I ask anybody to do something. And that is something where it's like we would bump heads. Like, no, I'm like, we're paying a bill.
It's not even that. Like, I don't mind my account being negative for a bill, but since she's not working out, the subscription like Amazon, like
stuff like that, yeah.
Like I pay all the bills now. I got an Amazon that's coming out the account. Like, bro, I don't even have Amazon. Yeah. Now, Apple bill come out of my account. I only pay with one thing out of Apple bill. Like, I keep track of everything. Like, y'all can use it too. It's the number app on your iPhone. You really can type in how much you make, and you break down all your bills, and you can break down all your categories, and it'll tell you how much money you got left over. So with my job, I get paid bi-monthly, so I only get paid but like 2 times out the month. Yeah. Like, you feel me? So commission. And I get a regular, like my regular check. Yeah, so I already know my commissions varies. Yeah. So, and I know my last check.
It stayed the same.
It stayed the same. So I have to be on top of my budget, and I communicate. I have to if I have to pay for something, you got to let me know, like a couple days in advance, or maybe a week. And don't tell me like 2 days, because I can't plan that. And plus, I'm always looking at my commission. I can see how much I make. I be like, hey, can you help me out on rent? If you can't, let me know. Then I can do like little side hustles. If you need me to pay a bill, and that's our biggest thing, she'll be like, oh, Twan, let me borrow this and borrow that. And I'll be like, all right, it's fine. You finna pay me back.
and she don't end up paying me back. I'm like, bro, that's frustrating because you got your own budget and I got my own budget. Like, you feel me? Like, we stay in a society where I can't pay all the bills, and it's like, that's as a man I feel bad, but at the same time I got a helpmate, so I'm you got your budget, I got my budget, and we trying to help each other out. We trying to get to this goal. But if you budget out your money and I budget out my money, you borrowing from me, and you don't pay my money back, like, that's some money towards bill.
So it's like, even if it's more so like, not saying even more, it's like, let's say if I budget out my thing and I ain't even able to pay him back, even though he paid the bill, I ain't able to pay him back. It's kind of like, at the end of the day, it's like, now he's still out money.
Yeah, but you gotta if you communicate, like I said, that's the biggest thing. If you communicate, hey, I need to. Can you just pay this bill? Okay, I can cover it. And then I know, okay, let me stay longer at work. Let me go do some side hustle.
Well, that was my thing. I never was the type to be like, because I always feel like this is what I struggle with. More so, we're partners and we're in this house together.
Yeah.
If I need you to pay a bill, I should just say pay the bill. Instead of me saying, can I borrow this to pay you back? Because at the end of the day, this is my husband. This is not somebody that I'm my sister to be like, and that is where it's like in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just pay you back, pay you back, pay you back. But it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
Especially if we're in this house together and you're my husband.
And I'm looking for, if somebody tell you, like, even though she my wife, because I know we probably got some critters out there, if somebody say that they gonna borrow some money from you, and you really don't have it, there's a bill money, or you know you finna put your account in the negative, for this reason, if I put my account in the negative for like $250 and I know she gonna get the money back, it's basically